Hello, Wormhole Extremists, and you guys are reversed. Uh-oh.
Oh,
My first camera... Hang on, it's my fault. Hello,
my
everybody. How
camera's
you
just a
doing?
morning of camera issues.
My
No,
cameras
my-
are all over the gaff. I've got to sort it out next time. So
Oh, come on now. Go this way. There we go. Okay.
Okay, I feel like I've jinxed everybody with my
No,
camera
it's
issues
not
this
you.
morning.
I feel like your camera issues leapt onto my camera, and now my camera's
Yeah,
all
it's
problematic.
contagious.
Hello, Stargate fans.
Hello.
My name is David
Hello.
Reed. I'm with Nicole and Yvie. We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
So excited to be here.
Yes.
Oh,
I
Thank
am
you for
as
being here.
excited as Felga is to work with SG1.
So
Oh,
just
okay.
beyond the point of being frozen in excitement. So hopefully we'll be able to get a little bit more out of you than Jay Felger.
Yes.
Yes.
Today is the rewatch panel for the Stargate feature film that started it all, the director's version. Our cut is 2 hours, 9 minutes and change long. So that's the one that we're going to go with. If you're rewatching it, this live stream, you can rewatch this live stream for our banter, but if you want to go and rewatch the show itself, cut away to the separate file that I'm going to be making so you can see kind of where we're at in the blurry image and then come back and watch our commentary on it. But otherwise, we're going to be ladies, while we're setting this up, just go past I'm assuming you have the file up.
Yes, I
Yeah.
have the video paused.
Yeah, go about
at the very
17
beginning.
seconds into where the Studio Canal logo ends, where it says Mario Kasser Presents, and that's where we'll be
Okay.
starting. So
17 seconds.
our cameras are all
on.
just giving us trouble. Nicole's got some kind of we've never
been
seen
taken
this
over.
flicker
It's been taken
before.
over.
I don't
The
know what
Cylons
this
have
is.
come.
Yeah, exactly. They're infiltrating the network. And Evie's got some compatibility issues that I'm sorry.
It could just be me being a boomer.
Why?
I kind of feel like trying to watch RDA figure out his technology when you're watching a stream with him on it.
Or him trying to figure out his car on the side of the road. Poor guy. Man,
Oh,
how
no.
awful that was.
I hate that video when it goes around.
I didn't know it was a video. I just knew that the day he became
Photo.
a meme.
I meant the photo. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It was just...
Oh God.
Yeah. So this film started it all. And
Yes, it did.
who of us have the Gate World details pulled up here?
I actually have some facts that I've written down.
Okay.
So I know it was released in October of 94. It made
October 28th.
Yeah, it made 196.5 million. It employed 16,000 extras, which was kind of cool.
That's crazy.
Apparently, it cost 55 million to make, but they originally thought it was going to be double that.
So you're saying they brought it in under
independently
budget?
Finance, yes.
Wow.
Surprisingly under budget. It was independently financed because a lot of the Hollywood studios that they'd approached weren't interested in sci-fi. They thought sci-fi was dead. Like sci-fi is never dead. Never dead.
Oh, that's the mistake, yeah.
And apparently Stargate had the first movie website. I don't know how official that is.
That's kind of mad.
That is really
Yeah.
cool though.
It could. I mean, it's possible. I thought that was Star Trek Generations.
Yeah, like I said, I couldn't verify my source,
Okay.
so
It was definitely
I'm
a-
not entirely sure.
That it could be. I mean, I'm sure that people would argue that Star Trek Generations. This has nothing to do with the release date, but and that was because the movie would have come out in advance. So that was November 17th, 1994, 10/28/90. So it's entirely possible that it did beat it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy though.
It is pretty cool, and it was supposed to be a trilogy,
Yes.
which I didn't know. And I think they're still sort of kind of almost holding out hopes that it could still be a trilogy, but it would run separate from like SG1.
SG1's continuity.
Yeah. So it'd be like a different universe.
I had
pretty cool.
Devlin, Dean Devlin, in our Dial the Gate
Yes.
conversation, he had mentioned this as well, and I was like, why do you put the end on the movie rather than to be out of all of their films? I've watched all of his movies. I can't think of any of their other movies that have the end on it. And it's a great button up on David Arnold's score, but he didn't have anything to say to that. So it was like,
Wow.
I was always, under the speculation that was it. But his conversation with me on Dial the Gate, talking about like the bones of some of the ideas for parts 2 and 3, were honestly pretty cool, and I wouldn't have minded seeing them. So,
Oh, well, I don't know. You never know. It's never too late.
yep. I didn't see this movie until after I had seen Children of the Gods on the first night of syndication that it had aired. So whatever the night of syndication is for Children of the Gods, the next night is when I saw this film. And I saw it sitting on the shelf at the grocery stores for years. Pretty much years, sitting next to The Fifth Element.
Wow.
The Fifth Element was the one that I knew.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's...
I watched Stargate many years after watching SG-1, so I was like, ugh.
Because you watched it in some crazy order.
I did. My camera's going nuts. Yeah, I watched it in some crazy order.
I watched it in the correct order, but I watched it probably maybe 12 years ago, so it was very late to the party.
The rest of us were in the Stargate wastelands.
So. Yes.
We have nothing to anticipate at all going forward, and anything since then has only been origins. So, what do you say we watch it?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go have some fun instead of crying about
I'm all
past.
cute and ready to go. This is like the best way to start my working week.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have to pull my camera when we start because
turn off your camera like we normally do.
Good.
And so we'll go ahead, and if you guys want to go ahead and mute that, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing started here. If you're queued in the right place to Mario Caster Presents, and everyone else will follow us. So go ahead and mute your cameras, y'all. Mute your incoming wormholes.
Stop video?
Yes. Just remember where that button is, Yvie.
I got it.
The roast.
All right. And let's go ahead and rewatch Stargate, the director's edition of the movie. In 5, 4, 3, 2. We are the Wormhole Extremists, and we are watching the Stargate movie, What Started It All. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
That's me.
We actually responded this time.
Yes.
Yay.
I had a plan.
We're getting better. I think I might be a few seconds. I might be a few seconds behind you guys.
It's okay.
That's all right. We're all going to talk about the same stuff anyway. So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's basically just me in a nutshell. Really, I'm just behind everybody.
You're ahead.
You're ahead.
Technologically speaking, but not time-wise.
You are ahead of us significantly.
I always loved this model.
I did. I just didn't like when it came back in seasons 4 and 5 as my very dull intro for 2 seasons.
Oh, that's why. I wonder why they did that. Well, I mean, the Showtime version always had this.
What?
Yeah.
Is that a joke?
No.
Wow.
No, when Showtime launched, there were no episodes. With Stargate, there were no episodes that had aired yet, and so they had no season 1 content.
This makes sense. This makes
sense. So it's the abridged opening of the.
Yeah, I've seen Children of the Gods with this intro because I was
and
like,
that's
well,
how it
obviously
broadcasts on Showtime.
Yeah, okay.
That's it.
Well,
yes, sirree, Bob.
I was doing my my pre-watch research last night. And I don't know how true this is because I don't think the website was all that reputable. But I heard that the composer David Arnold was relatively unknown when he did this score. And he was still working in retail, which is kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, something about he was like a store clerk at a record store or something.
It was pretty early on for him. You might want to watch my Dial the Gate interview with him, Yvie.
Yeah, I think I should. I had every plan to. I've literally had the craziest week. One of my cats had pretty major surgery, so I've just been looking after her since Wednesday.
Can we just appreciate how stunning this looks? Like when you're watching seasons 4 and 5, because they're on DVD in the early 2000s, they're quite grainy, but seeing it in this level of HD is hot. I love this. It's fantastic looking.
I watched it on satellite and it still sucked.
Yeah. Exactly.
So Gate Gabber, Linda, Lawrence of Arabia is the only other film that even approaches the same number of extras employed on a film.
Apparently they called this, was it Lawrence of Arabia in space or something?
I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm going to try and make a cut of this for people who are watching the regular version rather than the director's version. So this is going to be our first cutaway. This is a model.
Fabulous.
Well, that scene back there, and this was the first scene that was cut in for the director's cut, and it's kind of unnecessary. I kind of get it. You know, did you guys know that in the original version, Jay Davidson does not play Ra?
No, but I know that there was not a battle to get him, but they kind of did have to talk him into it a little bit. And
I mean,
I think they offered him $1 million
production
or something.
Well, that is a separate conversation. We can certainly have that conversation. But when they were originally shooting it, he was Ra's lieutenant. Ra did not actually appear as Jay Davidson. And then later on, they gave James Spader the speech where Ra took him and possessed his body. So that was separate. He was only kidnapping a lieutenant.
Wow.
Right.
And Ra
that's
was
kind
on
of interesting.
board. So he was kidnapping someone to like Locutus of Borg, his minions, to speak on his behalf.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, seeing young Catherine is great. There's something really beautiful about going and seeing Children of the Gods like right after this.
Yeah.
Because so much of it, despite it being different, so much of it feels the same, you know?
Yeah.
Like they did a really good job.
Is this good sequel, all things
really
considered.
is.
It is a good Stargate too.
Yeah. Oh, they found something beautiful. Hell yeah, you did. It's beautiful. Pandora's box. Let's do it. I got subtitles on to make sure I don't miss any dialogue. So
Rebecca Farley, I first watched the film in school.
Didn't do that. In school.
Oh yes,
Why
Rebecca.
would be that cool?
Yeah, what a cool school.
Make sure you guys have the comments up.
Yeah, I'm scrolling it.
So
we can see you, everyone.
Even those in the future. We're space people.
Those in the future, or those brave enough to watch this early in the morning in Australia, which is also in the future.
It's also, you can also rewatch it. This is
true.
Kelly Vent.
Can rewatch that.
I don't think this was her. Was this her first film role?
Oh, you tell us.
I'm not entirely sure. I have only so many room to have so many windows open.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got the warm and fuzzies, guys. Look at it. Look at it. It's coming.
Oh.
What a shot.
It's a magnificent shot.
That's the one. That's the shot that they use on that fake news article, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, I think it could be the one. Yeah, there's a couple of different ones. This is the one I use for our thumbnail art. I've also seen this one here from the shot of behind. So,
so I'm just reading the comments. It looks like the lovely Gate Gab has had a look at several sources for each that list Stargate and Star Trek Generations as the first with a website. But Generations was released a month after, so could have been Stargate.
Interesting. This is also cut from the theatrical release. The smashed Raw Warriors underneath. I don't want to say Jaffa because they're technically not.
No, they're not named. Yeah.
But also they don't have the symbiote thing pouch.
Correct. They're technically not Jaffa. Ra didn't use Jaffa, at least in the era that we've seen him. So,
yeah.
So there was another Anubis jackal at some point here. Present day.
I love doing little quizzes where, like, the Egyptian ones where it asks, like, what Anubis thing is. I'm like, oh, jackal. I know that.
Do you know why there are 9 chevrons on the Stargate?
Oh, God, don't ask me that.
No.
Dean Devlin in his you're going to hear me doing this a lot. Dean Devlin in his interview with Dial the Gate said
I saw
that
it.
The 7th, 8th, and 9th chevrons locked individually for their own unique destinations. And Chevron 7 locked to Abydos, 8 and 9 would have locked elsewhere, individually, like a combination lock.
I just want to appreciate how fabulous James Spader is here. I love him.
He's great.
Considering that, I don't think he really liked the script.
He did this for the paycheck only.
Yeah, exactly. I saw that. But then he was kind of intrigued by how bad it was.
Yep.
What was the choice to change Catherine's accent? What was that about?
Elizabeth Hoffman just made that choice. Did you notice the conversation? Men from Atlantis are Martians,
Yeah.
perhaps?
Every time I see that, I'm like...
Yes, actually, men from
Stargate
Atlantis did actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Or their forebears.
So my friend, when he was watching this, I had to like hold it in that the Atlantis people, the gate builders,
yes,
because he hadn't seen it yet. So I was like, oh, must like, he knows Stargate Atlantis is a thing, but he didn't realize to what extent. So how
it is pretty cool. A bit of foresight.
I'm guessing that this would be his professor who passes at the beginning of the curse, David Jordan. I'm just going to say that. And Stephen Rayner walked out on him. The last time I saw you, you were talking to an empty room. Yeah, thanks. You didn't stick around.
Yeah,
jerk.
Ass hat.
I have been in the Great Pyramid, and I can confirm that there are no writings.
Oh,
thank you,
hopefully
David.
one of these days, I'll take you back with me. I was in there for a while. I actually sang. I was in there by myself at like 6 a.m.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's another story though. All right. Pushy Air Force people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, he got so wet. Like,
Bundling
he's so
wet and confused.
Oh, that lovely museum accident from
Right,
Gamekeeper.
exactly.
I don't know how true this is, but I think I read somewhere that Rick Moranis was offered the role as Daniel Jackson, but he had like other projects going at the time.
Wouldn't that have been an interesting approach?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. He has like a kind of similar look, I guess.
I think it. Well, at this point, they're searching for like a personality type. Remember?
Yeah. Well, I personally love Rick Moranis. He's fantastic.
I have never watched him in a drama. I've only seen him in comedies. Could he have pulled it off?
Me too. I'm sure he could. I guess it's kind of like watching like a Jim Carrey or something in something serious. They actually do like a surprisingly good job.
Yeah.
I think it's quite ironic. I've always seen like James Spader and Michael Shanks as both kind of like the opposite of dorky nerd. So like having them both play like the most adorable nerd in sci-fi history is really fascinating to me. Like they're both really good at playing the polar opposite of what I think they are. Because I've seen like James Spader has done some really dark, like, tough roles, and Michael Shanks is like in real life he's like a huge fan of hockey. And he gets pretty aggro on the floor, and I know that he can get pretty like mad. And I'm just like, wow,
most hockey players do.
Daniel doing that, yeah.
Sarah O'Neill.
I just want to say subtitles O'Neill with one L. This is gonna bother me.
Yes, I know. Well, apparently Sarah O'Neill is one of 12 characters that appear in the subsequent Stargate productions.
From the film,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's 12 characters from the film.
Apparently, O'Neill, Jackson, Kowalski, Ferretti, Kasuf, Skara, Sharae, Ra, Anubis, Catherine Langford, Professor Langford, and Sarah.
That's still quite good, though. A lot of things don't even do that.
Hmm.
Yeah, what do you mean Anubis? What?
Interesting.
That's just confused me. What was the decision behind Tyler and Charlie name change?
To Rob Cooper. There are production decisions and legal clearances that don't that interfere. Tyler O'Neill is just
he's got
here.
There's Egyptian hieroglyphs on the pillow.
Yes, yeah, little tell.
Sorry, I got
so if they're going to be speaking a name on dialogue for a series episode, legal has to clear it, and in this case, it was not. It didn't happen. So whereas in this film, it's just written Tyler O'Neill. So it bumped somewhere with legal, and they changed it to Charlie.
That's
a lot of those mundane things that that's actually something that that happened.
Urius Tosh said, "Y'all are watching the film." Yes, we are.
Yeah, catch up with us.
We are heading towards 12 minutes and 30 seconds.
It's on the. I've got it embedded in the screen there so that they can. Join in. Military
Cheyenne
installation.
Mountain.
Right, Cheyenne Mountain. Cover
but
your
it's
eyes.
It's not Cheyenne, is it?
No,
it's not Cheyenne Mountain.
Creek Mountain. It's Creek Mountain, Colorado.
Yeah, but as a Stargate SG-1 fan, I am going to. Oh, his allergies! I love his allergies. He's so cute.
John Deal.
I'm not
good actor.
I'm not gonna lie, right? I feel like like Michael Shanks kind of like molded my type of men, and then something happened and I went the polar opposite with my current boyfriend. So but for a long
Not
time,
pasty white and blonde.
yeah, no, for a long time, I was going for like a Daniel Jackson type, and my boyfriend was like, "Why'd you go for me when clearly you're into that?" And I was just like, I don't know what happened, man. Maybe Richard Dean Nansen kind of snuck in there and kind of drew me to the tougher ones.
Is the cover stone solid, or does it have these little pie wedge open? Did they spread it out? Is that what happened?
I'm assuming they spread it out.
Yeah,
they probably
I thought
just
they would have spread it out.
They probably were just all locked in place together, and then when they...
what's the actor's name in the background? The one on the right.
Richard Kind.
Richard Kind.
Yeah, that's it. I love him so much, and he was so funny in Atlantis.
Yeah, he is really good in Atlantis.
Solid. I wish they would have brought him back for some kind of role like this from the feature film, but just not enough were transferred over.
Well, Lucius is a delight. So.
Yeah. And the fact that they didn't look outside the cartouche for the seventh symbol underneath. It's right there, guys.
Yeah, you're literally looking at it.
I'm not bunch of dum-dums.
When watching the film, I do feel like these people are pretty dumb. I love them all, but I feel like it was a bit slow.
Well, they were using Budge.
They were using Budge.
And I think that's historically accurate that, you're going to have a poor interpretation.
Yeah,
so
you got to look outside the Budge.
See, that's the thing. I'm wondering if because I watched SG-1 first, I saw the point of origin, and I was like, "Oh, it's right there,"
Gate Gabber says yes, it was in pieces. So I mean that makes sense. You couldn't have just one person lift up the whole thing. So the cover stones, it was stones, not a stone.
Can I thank Jed Ted for saying Richard Kind? Thank you as well for the assistance, my friend.
Stargate. And ugly ass sweaters.
So Stargate in Spanish is Puerta de los Estrellas. But when you watch the Spanish version and you hear the voiceover, they just say Stargate in the most Spanish accent, and I hate it.
Yeah, it's like taco
awful.
or tortilla.
Awful. I can't do it.
It has entered the lexicon.
Like, I'm just Spanish, a moment to appreciate his haircut again.
Oh, jeez.
I can't get over it. You could use it as a leveler.
Yeah.
Spirit level.
Rick said, I could never get my hair to do that.
No.
In
Thank
the comics,
God, because it's quite awful.
There were comics that were released. I forget who released them in around 2004, 2005. And in some of the flashbacks, they take RDA and Daniel... or RDA and Michael Shanks, and they superimpose them in the movie scenes with their actual faces.
Oh,
it was trippy.
Oh, that would be trippy.
I think that there's something to be said about their haircuts as well, though. Like, again, Daniel and Jack have the complete polar opposite haircuts. Like, Daniel's is all poofy and full of love and life, while Jack's is all straight edged and bitter. And it's like,
yeah, well, it's like a little insight into their characters.
Right,
almost.
it's a reflection of personalities.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think that's great. I love when the other departments come in and do that stuff. Yeah.
Yep. 2 weeks later.
Oh, look at his hair. Bro, go take a nap. Go take a nap.
See, I think SG-1 and like Atlantis and Universe do a pretty good job of not making it sort of obvious the year that they were made, like the TV shows, but this you can tell very clearly that it's from the 90s, just based on the technology.
Is he not wearing a shirt under that? Who wears a hoodie and no shirt underneave?
Someone who's been working nonstop
James
for 2 weeks and hasn't been paid.
Lunacy. Oh, I love that. I love the way that the chaos of how Daniel figures things out. He just comes in like, yoink, do it.
I'll just take this from you.
Bye.
Which Shanks copied in it. I think one scene.
This.
I can't remember which one it was. Can I borrow this?
Well, he had the decency to not take the page the guy was actually reading.
Right, exactly.
He didn't take the whole thing. He just took the back couple of pages.
Oh, it was for the
Orion.
It was for horoscopes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't remember.
Yeah. I love how it all comes together like that. It's so cool.
Why is Jed Ted saying Alan Wake? My man, I appreciate you.
I'm not sure. But
it's off topic. It's my favorite game, so I'm going to say thank you, my dude.
Make sure, people will say things and then get you to say them, and you may regret having said them earlier, having no clue what that was. So
don't follow it up,
just be sure. Jeffrey Dahmer? Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Okay.
I have not watched that show because I don't need to know more about a bad man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I do think that it's important for us to look into the face
I read
of
all the
evil,
articles,
yeah.
I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
But I do love Evan Peters, great actor.
Yeah. Not everything is meant for everyone.
No.
You're on the team, General West. So.
See, I would imitate as well, but I can't go that deep. So.
He was, I think, Clemens is his name. Yeah,
he's so
Next
grumpy.
Generation. Oh, of course.
He's in the military. Of course, he's grumpy. Yeah. Look at him. Oh my god.
Those blueprints on the wall behind Daniel. That one single blueprint that's there. That's a production blueprint.
Jed Ted has said that it relates because Alan Wake kind of wears the exact same outfit as well. I see what you're saying, Jed, and I appreciate it.
Okay, there you go. Did you guys see on the TV monitor back there? It said Project Giza.
Giza, yeah. I did see that.
Yeah,
I literally just saw that.
Originally, what this was called before.
Oh, really?
SG-1. Yeah, it's on their monitors right there. It had a logo and everything.
Wow. Oh, wow. Oh, magic.
The things you don't know until you know them.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's
Wait,
delightful.
What's the logo like? I want to look at the logo.
It looks like a bunch of pyramids.
It's just the pyramids?
Yeah, like overlapping. I can't wait to rewatch this movie 10 more times to tell all the people I watch it with every time that's there. Kind of like the Lord of the Rings when he kicks the helmet and broke his toe.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone says it when watching it.
I wondered how long it took him to get those dots in that order so that he could make that. Because I tried to do that freehand and I'm like, I can't do this. Completely implausible, but still fun.
Yeah.
I'm not going to overanalyze it. It just takes away the fun.
This is true. It was under our noses the whole time. But it does make for one of the greatest scenes in all of film history when they open that bad boy up.
Yeah. I want someone to recreate like this entire film in puppets, like 200 kind of did with the opening of the gate.
Oh, the whole film? Oh gosh,
that'd be quite extensive, but I'd be very impressed.
That would be.
Yeah. Oh, by the by, there's a device.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I mean, Daniel Jackson could have been way more arrogant here. Could have been like dancing around saying, "I told you so, I told you so."
They could have, but they wanted. I think they wanted.
Daniel
to make
is a bit of a humble bean, like a lot of the time.
He is, and I think
sometimes he'll throw it in your face, but sometimes he's humble. I don't like how closed and tiny the windows are. I'm so used to SG-1. It's like, ugh. But I get it. It's a tiny place. It was a missile silo.
The gate room was small at Bridge Studios. It was claustrophobic, and it was like, it's pretty accurate. So,
I apologize if anyone can hear my cat.
Is your cat purring? He's enjoying the film.
No, he's not purring. He's meowing at me.
Nope, no cat.
Okay.
He's enjoying the film. He's enjoying the film.
No, he wants to be picked up for snugs.
Urias Tosh said Star Wars was called Blue Harvest originally during filming. I did know that because I know the Family Guy named their Star Wars film Blue Harvest.
Yeah. Blue Harvest was the code name for Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
The original, no one cared.
Daniel is a meek substitute teacher. Oh god, Daniel's the kind of substitute teacher where, like, if I had him as my school sub, he'd be like, I'd be messing with him all over the gaff. Me and my friends would all be changing each other's names. Sadly, we would not treat him well in school. I like that. That's quite funny, Urias. I'd Thunder the Puppet remake idea, but unfortunately I didn't win the 2 billion Powerball. Thank you, Duja.
Just appreciating some of the similarities between like the SG-1 gate room and this one.
Yeah, I love looking for it.
Is there even like actually in this room, like some of the technology looks kind of similar.
Is there a camera there actually over the things? Because where would it be? Or is it just like some weird computer?
Yeah, there was a camera up close on the glyphs. So
where?
I suspect it's above them in the gate room zoomed in. So 'cause
Right.
it's very shaky.
Because
see, like
the
that shot
1990s could do
is
that.
these are all reused in the series.
They
So-
are.
Yeah, I was
yes,
going to
I
say that one there.
recognise these.
Yeah. The pressing of the buttons, that's reused.
Yeah.
Is anyone else getting really excited? Like I've seen this
I
so
am,
many
I can't
times
wait.
and I'm getting excited.
Well, we're suffering through this thing on mute so that everyone else can enjoy both us and David Arnold's amazing
Oh,
score.
I'm not suffering this on mute. I've managed to get both overlapping
Oh,
beautifully
well,
in my ears.
I am.
Yeah,
then
I have
fine,
mine
'cause-
overlapping as well.
Okay, well, you guys suck.
Yeah,
But
David,
it's
you,
on very,
you
it's
can
on
suffer.
very low. It's on very low. But
That's
I am
sorry.
appreciating the score, and it is pretty fantastic.
He's so good. I mean, he was so young when he made this. It is the talent of that composer.
Yeah.
I'm
And he
bummed
did,
out.
if I'm not mistaken, he did Independence Day and Godzilla.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he stayed with
I
them.
wish he got more attention. You know, everyone's like, "Oh, John Williams." It's like, yeah, but
David
look at these
Arnold's
other
pretty
amazing artists.
Impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
I loved his score for Good Omens. And the opening.
Did he do Good Omens?
He did the ballad and everything. Yeah.
I loved Good Omens.
It's
I
so
love that song. It was so good.
ballady.
I actually haven't. I haven't
Wow.
seen Good Omens.
Oh, it's
Oh, you
it's
might not like
hysterical.
it. Evie, it's
I
heaven and
loved
hell.
Yeah,
angel and a
that's
demon of
why I've kind of
besties.
avoided it. As much as I love
No,
David Tennant, I've kind of avoided it for that reason.
Speaking
I
as a
loved it.
Christian, I loved it.
Speaking
I
as
thought
an
it was
also
really
Christian,
funny.
technically, I loved it.
Yeah. And that funnel in the back that not enough room for the
the
production,
funnel.
so they
at
cut
that.
it because the set
The
was too
pencil
small.
drop out of his mouth is great. I would do that.
That's great.
The Illuminati, send in the probe.
Sharon 7 is locked. Thank you, Jet
Send
10.
in the probe.
Yuri's Tosh wants to see what happens to the guy with the hat and the glasses. Yeah, me too. He looked amusing.
The guy that dropped the pencil from his mouth.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was
Oh.
reassigned after this.
Yeah, sadly.
Everyone was. The production
He
was
probably
shut
just
down.
signed a non-disclosure.
Yeah, oh, yeah, they're
agreement and
these
just
guys are
moved
Air
into the private
Force,
sector.
private sector guy. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they're all Edward Snowden types.
Gosh,
this is what
look
they
how
do.
narrow the ramp is.
Right?
Oh, I'm getting claustrophobic.
You
not even
you can't
there.
walk four.
Jeez.
You can't do like the whole like shot with
Dramatic.
four of them walking. You know,
Yeah.
at the same pace, the same level.
The
when
best
you've got,
thing
like, a
is
narrow
all of
gateway like
SG1 trying to like force their way between each other in the intros.
like,
Ironically, when Michael Shanks came back in season 7, seeing him squeeze between SG1, you can kind of see him slightly falling back behind, and his shoulders is like kind of trying to shove between everybody. And I'm always like, I feel like that was on purpose because he's back in.
Here's another adjustment from the movie.
Oh, the other side of the known universe, right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
too, and the velocity at which it takes someone to transmit to the other gate.
That's cool.
Yes.
Carter eventually
cool.
says, like in season 9, that it's half a second. And it's like, Walter like counted down the seconds that it took for the object to arrive at the Abydos Stargate.
Where is
Yeah.
the
In the
Kalium
pilot.
galaxy?
It's fictional.
Damn.
Helium.
Shame it's not real.
Well, I mean, there are plenty of galaxies. I guess.
I mean,
we
why
could
don't we
one.
name one the Kalium? Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Some guys found the Apophis asteroid and named it after Stargate. I researched that because when I heard about it, I went, no way.
This is true.
That's pretty cool because
So-
Peter Williams mentions it quite often on like
He does.
He
Twitter
should
and
be so
stuff.
proud.
And
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
He had an impact on space, you
Yep.
know?
He did.
And
Yeah,
they
you're
do
right.
get
That window's way too skinny.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
It's really scary.
90s tech.
Do you think they just knew it was going to go like to another planet for sure? Like, imagine if they like set up all that stuff to track it across the universe, and then it like didn't even do anything.
Well, I mean, it could have been floating in space, for crying out loud.
Oh, good
That's
old
true.
Atlantis space gates. We
Yeah.
love them.
That's always my fear about time travel. It's like, how do you know you're going to end up in a barn in 1955 outside of Twin Pines Mall?
That is such a good
You know?
point because
The
everything's
Earth
always
is-
moving.
The Earth is spinning freely through the universe at thousands of miles an hour. You're going to end
That's a
up
good
in
point.
deep space.
Jet Ted asking if the mouth reminds anyone of the dumb E from Iron Man films. Yeah, no, I see that.
Are you sure? You're on the team.
I love the way that Daniel's like, yeah,
I got this.
Yeah, you can do this. Yeah.
Oh, it's just not the Kowalski I know.
It's true.
Jay Ackervone is the
I
man.
love him as Kowalski.
I didn't mind John Deal at all.
I love the way that Jay Ackervone came back in season 8, like all that time later.
Yes.
You know, just to play his part again and basically just rehash the first episode again in a weird, fun way. It was great.
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate he didn't get more episodes, but you know.
I'm sad they killed him. Like my friends were like, "Oh, he's going to be a main character going forward."
Right? Yeah.
He had main character energy.
He did.
Well, that was the whole setup, you know. I have to give it to Stargate Productions for duplicating these sets so well. They did such a good job just taking what was there and like, okay, so we're going to do more than 2 hours of this. What do we need to change? What do we want to move around? So
I think honestly, Stargate may be the best, like, you know, film to TV adaptation I have ever seen.
Yeah, this is another scene that was cut from the feature release. So
yeah,
pairing it from the beginning of the movie.
Take all the books.
Because there won't be anything in English over there.
That's true. He's got the Fifth Avenue bar in there.
And foot powder. Foot powder.
Those things go well together.
There's time is an illusion. The only time is party time, okay?
I was really surprised when they first revealed this in the in Torments of Tantalus. The prop was so radically different. It's like, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. These are small details. Get it right. Prop? You know, at least make it resemble.
Just put it in the bin, probably, the original prop.
So
I'm not gonna lie, right? I would do anything to be able to like be in that gate room. I remember when I was a kid and I was watching 2010 and I was like, man, this is my dream, you know?
2010
walking around
the episode?
Vancouver. Yeah. And walking around Vancouver was as close as I could get to like doing that.
A museum, sure.
Yeah. My cute nerd, look at them.
You know what? I have to say that this happens to me too when I travel now. I get allergies.
You get sneezy?
Carry a handkerchief?
No, I don't carry a hanky, but I like, definitely am in seek of Kleenexes, seeking of Kleenexes because when I travel, I get allergies. Especially when I go back home, I get allergies. There is a type of grass in our yard.
I've been finding as the older I get, the more sensitive I am to like springtime.
I've been finding the 3 times I've ever met Yvie, that she just gets sick wherever she goes, and I feel really bad for her.
There are people like that. Faux show. Wouldn't it suck if it shut off when you were walking through it?
Oh my god.
We're losing the signal.
You wouldn't have time.
All right. Let's send that to the commissary.
Look at
Someone
the joystick.
can put that in the stew.
Oh my god.
I know.
I had a joystick like that for my Commodore 64.
Oh my god. You just threw that way back.
Star Wars TIE Fighter.
Pre me being born. That's how far back you just went.
I had a joystick for
this
TIE
film
Fighter.
is pre you being born.
This is true. The Stargate is pre me being born as well. Let's remember that. Yeah, 4 years, and then SU1 just a good 6 months before.
No, I was in grade 4 when this came out.
Wyatt Russell looks a lot like his dad in from this in Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus because he plays a new Captain America.
Yeah,
and his uniform reminds me very much of like all he's missing is a Stargate.
Kurt Russell was great as the evil space dad in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
He really was.
I
have a lot of respect for Kurt Russell.
Yeah. Oh, let's do it. Yeah, touch it. Yeah.
The visual effects team were like, guys, this is going to cost us so much money.
It's like a reflection and everything.
Well, the ripples were just like the longer he has his hands in there, the more ripples we have to make, and then the ripples have to interact with the other ripples.
James, can you just walk through?
Did they do that? Did they do that similarly to SG1 where they use the pool
To create the effect?
To create the
Not until Universe.
Ah.
In Universe, they went back old school. Everything else was digital. They used 4 or 5 different vendors for SD1.
You know what? I will say I loved the Arc of Truth because it had that shot going through the Stargate.
Yep.
Where
it was a callback.
Yeah, it was so good. I was like, yes.
And Joel Goldsmith does a David Arnold at the beginning of Arc of Truth. It's a lot of similarities. It's like, okay, here's officially a proper sequel to the scale of the original film.
It was fantastic. It made me feel like I was watching the original film again. You know, just a new kind of magic.
Yep.
But similar.
You just said
the Stargate shutting off is the most inconsistent part of the series. Sometimes it shuts off immediately after someone walks through. Other times it waits forever, like here for Jackson. Yeah, so Stargate works like TV. Sadly, you know, they gotta wait for the actors to do their thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like
so I read that this was French Stewart's film debut.
But
he also appears in Stargate Universe in episode 13 of season 2 as Dr. Koval. Is it Koval?
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Third Rock from the Sun. I knew him from while
Me
watching
too.
that, so.
I know. That's the. Me too. Oh, I watched that as a kid.
Big giant head. He was like the transmitter
this is
to
like
the big giant head.
This is the opposite, where he's an Earthman going
exactly
going from another planet to Earth.
The ring transport hole in the ceiling. Exciting. Didn't they reuse that shot in Children of the Gods?
Yes, they do.
Yeah. But they use like it poorly in the original version.
Yeah, in the movie, the gate's in like an anteroom down deeper, and then you've got this chamber where they play hide and seek with the soldiers.
There's a lot of little inconsistencies, but like I guess budgetary wise,
they make it work.
You know,
it can't be perfect.
Love how he's wearing the sunglasses indoors, but I mean, he is about to go outdoors.
He's about to go outside.
Yeah. It's like the cool guy look.
He is the cool guy. He's the 1L cool guy.
1L cool guy.
Yeah, that's his new name. 1L cool guy. I'll be now calling him that for the rest of the film. I wish I had a ring transport in my house, is what Eurus Tosh just said. Me too. Imagine the places I could get. Although I need like another one somewhere useful. Maybe Australia, so I can go bother Yvie.
I was going to say I'd have one in the UK, and then I can come and visit you.
Yeah,
we'd have one in the US, so we can go visit David.
Sorry, David, you were a last thought.
If Peter DeLuise were here, he would say the John.
The John.
Oh, toilet.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I forgot what the John was.
The John. That kind of sounds like British slang to me. Is that British slang?
It's more British, yeah. I don't really say it though. I just say the loo.
Yeah, I always grew up with that. So.
Oh, the 3 moons.
Yuma, Arizona.
Is that where this was filmed?
Yep.
They have 3 moons there?
Nope.
Yeah, clearly.
The Yuma Dunes. They are a thing, and they are beautiful.
Oh, sorry, a burp just like came out of my throat. Oh, couldn't hold that in.
Sharing.
Just ignore that sound, everybody.
Yeah, all this was a facade, but I mean, just absolutely brilliant.
I was gonna say, what are those like rocks made of? Were those real rocks? Are those polystyrene?
I think it's styrene.
So,
they had to withstand some elements while they were out there, though.
Yeah, they would have.
It's like, well, I'm stuck.
Erica just said, the John is the man's, the Jane is the lady's. Thank you, Erica.
There you go.
I don't think I've ever used the phrase, I'm going to the Jane.
No, it sounds weird. That's
funny.
Weird.
You see the tracks? You see the tracks going away from the pyramid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It is. I'm assuming that was like intentional, not just an error, because they're like trying to allude that like there are people. I'd like to think.
I suppose, but you think that they would have brought it up in dialogue.
That's a good point, David. I'm trying to fix the movie magic, and you're coming here and you're breaking it.
David, the
you ruined the
sledgehammer.
movie magic with your logic.
That's funny. Oh boy, here we go.
Oh dear.
Everyone else has families, more than likely. And he just had his ego.
I don't know how to get home, lol.
Yeah. Kowalski's so rude in this one. I don't mind the actor. I just think he's like, his character is so much harsher.
Yep.
I like Kowalski in SG-1 because he's a big softie. This one's a bit of a softie as well, but Kowalski's more.
Jay's interpretation was very different.
Yeah.
So.
Gosh, they've got the tanks out. Look at them. Pwah. They're military bods. They are ready for warfare. Lord have mercy.
I love the tents, though. Can you imagine trying to set one of those up?
I wouldn't be
oh
able to
God!
set up
Look, I just realized all the poles.
Correct. How do you assemble something like that?
I would not.
It's like
I'd give
geometric shape.
I can't tell me they just collapsed. Maybe they collapsed. I don't know.
I like to imagine it's like an umbrella where I just press a button and it just goes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I want. Oh, Jack.
Nuke.
Dear, oh dear. I do love that, like, you know, Stargate's solution to everything is usually just get a nuke.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah.
Good old military. You might need that. Stop it.
Thermal blanket. He probably would need that at night, yeah. I suspect it gets
Duja
cold.
said Kowalski softened up because of Jackson. Yeah, I can see that.
That's a fair point.
Oh.
Yeah, you're going to need like the 50 plus SPF.
You're going to be so awkward.
Now French.
Foot powder. The military put that in their stuff?
No, he did.
Oh God.
Yeah, he packed. What he's frustrated that he didn't pack the things that he needed. Oh yeah. Man,
what a fool!
Oh, how frustrating.
Yeah, I love the Air Force class and how to assemble and arm a nuclear warhead.
Yeah, Jack took
that class. That's the day after in training where you get to assemble one of those crazy tents.
Right. That's funny.
The comedy tonight is we're really racking it up, guys. Loving it.
Trying my best.
4 a.m. comedy from Yvie. It's going
there's just so much to take advantage of.
It's almost 7 a.m.
Oh, good.
Fifth
still too
Avenue.
early to be funny.
I don't care for Fifth. Do either of you like Fifth Avenue candy bar?
I can't say I've actually tried one.
They're not a thing here.
Yeah, I think you could probably find them at like a specialty candy store in Australia, but I can't.
David, just mail me a bunch.
They're not very common over here anymore. I can definitely get them. We can do that if you want.
Oh, let's do a fun taste test.
So yeah, they're pumped with enough preservatives. They'll last a few weeks in shipping.
So
this is a dog.
This is actually was it not a horse? Because the hump is the driver. Like the hump is the rider.
No, for that particular shot, it's a dog.
Yes, I knew it was a dog when it drags Jackson away. It's a dog. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm saying, guys, we should definitely do a taste test of the different food that all of the Stargate characters eat during the series.
Well, I can't get to the lizard creature from the movie.
Powdered stuff.
But yeah.
No.
Blue Jello.
Blue Jello for sure.
Yes.
Fruit Loops.
Yeah, they have the pineapple, but they never eat the pineapple.
Yeah. Look at this good boy. Give him a stroke. Give him a pat.
Aww.
No, chocolate's bad for you.
Well, he's obviously tame because he has a harness.
Yeah, exactly.
Tame.
Well, that's
domesticated. Right? But by whom? So.
Well, exactly. That's the question.
I always say tamed before domesticated, but I think that's because I play too much Minecraft, where I have to like tame wolves and stuff.
Uh-oh.
And that takes a fraction of the time as it would in real life.
Yeah.
Have we already passed the scene where you can see the crew reflected in the glasses?
I think so.
Yeah, I saw it for a second, but tried to pretend.
Arguing.
Linda just said, I totally thought they should have been Milky Way bars. Yes, they should.
Yeah, they should have been. Yeah.
Milky Way appropriate.
Yeah, this is.
Well, I mean, they have in the UK, they have
Milky
Galaxy,
Way.
don't they? Don't you have Galaxy chocolate?
We do have Galaxy chocolate in the UK. We also have like
that was
Mars and
something
stuff,
else.
Never heard of it. Or Mars.
You
Mars
haven't had
bar
Galaxy?
I've never come across it.
Okay, David, we need to do a proper swap of American to English chocolate and do a taste test.
Jaffa cakes suck.
Off the list. Okay, yes, fine.
Yeah,
Whatever, David.
I have genuinely tried. I am not just saying.
Gross.
It's a cookie that is basically a cake, my dude.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, those are called Fig Newtons. But this is like orange garbage. See, my reaction to them is Daniel's reaction right now. I don't sweat anyone who likes them. That's fine.
I think it just has it looks like it should be crunchy, but it's not. And I think that throws me.
I will say, I can't eat too many Jaffa cakes, but you can give me like 1,000 custard creams, and I'd eat those things real fast.
Yeah,
those are the best English biscuit.
Near you in a few hours. All right.
All that gluten.
I just had 20 nacho cheese bites, so.
Oh, I haven't eaten yet today. I've just had a coffee.
I just had dinner, so. Look at that. Where are the trees, guys? Where are the trees?
Yeah, you have to wonder what they eat. You know, that's not meat. They have to have if any kind of vegetables. You would assume that there's something somewhere, but yeah.
It's kind of like when I first watched
Right. Good old Ra. He was so thoughtful that way.
He had a greenhouse
Star Wars, they have like the moisture farm and stuff, but I'm always like, man, where are the plants? Yeah. You know? What is our obsession with sandy planets in space? Like, yeah. Oh, there's Alexis.
There he is.
My bestie. My boo.
Oh, look at him.
He was a kid.
He was a kid.
I think was he 17? I think he was 17.
I feel like it was 19 at the time, actually. I don't know.
During production, yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
And obviously he's only one of 2 characters that made it into the series after the movie. Kasuf being the second one.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Well, two actors.
Yes.
Yeah.
But they played the same characters.
Right, but I mean, you had Xiaorui as well.
Yeah, we had other characters.
Oh, technically, yeah.
Like, I think you just went through the list.
I did, yeah. 12 characters.
I love that, because that carries over into the show. You know, Jack's always like, you're on.
There are Abydonians that are in Children of the Gods that also appear again and die in full circle. And it's, if you're paying attention, it's really cool.
That's kind of awesome.
Yes, there's one in particular, the one who like says like, you came through it, Daniel.
Yes,
like Daniel's talking about locking it up.
I think he talks with Teal'c.
He talks with Teal'c. Yeah, when they're talking about like, oh, you know, you really this, that, and the other, and Teal'c's like, oh,
if you're not prepared to die, you shouldn't be here.
Yeah. Yes.
The Eye
I know the one you mean.
Was that a mic sticking out of that guy's back, or was that just a random?
I suspect it's a water pack.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
That's a water bottle. How much you want to bet?
That is a lot of extras.
That's a lot.
I do love that Kurt Russell went and visited the set of SG-1 while he was like on the lot.
As Elvis.
When he was playing Elvis.
I don't know why someone thought that he would be good as Elvis, but I mean,
I honestly haven't seen is it a movie or a
I don't
TV
know
show?
what it is.
Movie,
if someone could let us know.
He's always been more of a movie, man. So I feel like Kurt Russell is one of my favorite actors, because like I feel like he just has this like love for like just the craft and just everything he kind of does, and his positive energy is just always. I can really feel it in the movies that I watch that he's in.
I just appreciate that he's been an actor since he was a child. Like, he was literally in an Elvis movie when he was a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What was that movie that Kurt Russell did with Goldie Hawn? With the boat?
Overboard?
That's the one. That's the first time I ever saw Kurt Russell in a film. Yeah. My nan made me watch it like 10 times.
I'll be honest, I didn't like that movie very much.
I found it really weird.
Oh, they had amazing chemistry, but I didn't like the premise.
Did they know each other at this point, or was that the movie where they met?
I think it was their second 80s. One, I think. I think it was their second film together as a couple.
Kossoff.
Somebody, Ian Christmas in the chat said, was that 3,000 miles to Graceland?
That's probably it. That sounds right.
Kasuf.
He did not have a lot of humor on the page, but he brought it out. And he's only like 36, 37 in this. You know?
Oh, really?
And they made him an old man, yeah.
Wow.
So
I wondered why he looked so good when we saw him.
Yep. Well, they wanted him to move across those dunes. I mean, they wanted to get a guy who could pull that off. So
yeah. I do love his look. Like, he looks exactly the same now.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is such a nice man in real life.
What a wonderful guy.
Oh, he's a
fantastic. He bought us lunch. He's so kind.
Yeah. Were you guys with us when we sat? No. I had lunch with him and someone else.
He sat with us separately at GateCon.
Oh, okay.
And just, decided to get
we had lunch with him on the second day, I think.
Yeah, the second day.
Yeah. That's the thing about GateCon. You spend
Everyone should
time,
go.
You'll bump into anybody in the cafe. So it's a small enough con. There we go. I wonder what promotion they were. There was a promotion on the wrapper. I wonder which one it was.
Oh, here we go. Is it bunny way time? Is it bunny way time?
Sweet.
Bunny way time.
God, he looks so uncertain.
Oh,
I love it.
He took a pretty big mouthful, like,
He
for his
did.
first go. I feel like they should be made into a t-shirt if it hasn't already been made into a t-shirt.
The bunny way?
Yeah.
I probably
For
could
sure.
be convinced to do that. To
Well,
make that happen.
there you go. Here's my here's me asking you to make it into a tea.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
with the chocolate bar.
Obviously.
Yes, with the crumbled chocolate bar, like with
feel
a
free
bite
to
out of
change, like if you put the wrapper in, feel free to change it for like copyright issues.
I mean,
just do the actual bar itself, but
and
with a
then
bite
with
out
the
of it.
with the text on it being bunny way on the wrapper.
Yeah, as a question and then an exclamation mark. Bunny way.
That's exactly what we should do.
I would have loved to have known all these guys' names in film.
Yo, guys, I just had an absolute sudden realization.
What's that?
What's that?
One of the actors who plays one of the Horus gods.
Yes.
He was in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Demon Hansu.
Yeah. What?
He was one of his first films was this movie, and he just
yeah.
exploded on the scene. Yeah, I reached out to his agent for an interview. I got a reply back in like 30 seconds. They're like, yeah, no thanks.
Oh,
like,
well,
geez.
that's okay.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Man's busy.
Man is
Stargate
busy.
was a long time ago.
What a shot, though.
That's
Holy
really cool,
crap.
That is
though.
an awesome shot. I think I read somewhere, I don't know how true this is, that they did use some like mannequins
They're
to make up
moving,
the
though.
numbers.
Maybe
but they
like
are
the
moving,
really
so-
far hill, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm only just
Oh,
now
and
learning
this-
Erica
this
Vari
city,
was in
I
Destiny.
think this city was like 4 feet tall.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It's a it's a miniature.
I love
Yeah,
that.
it's a miniature, which is 1.2 meters. Just for
That is-
those of us who use the metric.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, whatever. Nabe takes the hanky. Why would you want that?
Yucky. It's got a creamy center.
What is she
Damn.
carrying? Is she carrying water? What is that?
Don't know.
Important stuff.
Yes, lots of important stuff. What a cool set.
It's a very cool set.
Layers and layers. How much did this film cost? What was it?
55 million.
At the end of the wow.
Did it tank at the box office? Did it do okay?
It did okay.
I
It
think
didn't
it was
do great.
didn't it do pretty well like its opening weekend?
Yeah.
I thought yeah. That it made
the
made
film did 196
196.5
million. Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't, I mean, I'm trying to remember if it was like a blockbuster, like a sleeper. It wasn't reviewed well. I know that.
Yeah.
So
I really like that Stargate the film came out so long after Star Wars, because I remember obviously I wasn't around at the time, but I remember looking into all the things coming out around when Star Wars first dropped. And like when I look back at the origins of Battlestar Galactica, I remember like a year after the original Star Wars film, the original Battlestar like series dropped in response to try and capture that space magic, you know. And I love that Stargate kind of came in at its own time, you know, way later into the game, but it still pulled off some absolute magic. And I think that's really nice. You know, it wasn't just trying to come in and copy everything.
You'd have to be careful filming with everyone holding those sticks.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You're whacked in the face.
Watch out for your eyes.
For sure. This is a deleted scene. Have to abandon base camp because the storm that heralds the arrival of Ra. So, but there's enough of them that the Abydonians don't get freaked out. Or Nagadans in this movie.
Nagadans.
I don't think Abydos is Abydos technically used in the feature film?
No, I don't believe so. I think that was in SG1.
But I think it's definitely retconned for use in the movie. I've heard movie folks use it.
I think everyone's just used to it being that now.
I meant to go to Abydos while I was in Egypt, and I didn't. Whoa! Laying the gunfire.
Those firearms, everyone.
See, Jack with 2 L's would never do that.
I don't know. He just lost his kid. I mean,
you would have thought. Yeah. Stuff. You would have thought he'd kind of turned into a MacGyver where he was like completely against weapons.
I love that you just like, I love that you've managed to throw MacGyver in there as well with a different Jack O'Neill and you've still done it. I love it.
Let's see what this kid's talking about.
Yeah.
So he doesn't slit my throat.
Yeah, let's chill out, my dude. Let's chill out. See, look, big angry storm. No likey. Bad.
Bad news.
Bad. Look, bad. See, bad. God, that was just so rude.
It's like, get rid of the kid.
Honestly.
That would have been an excellent reason to shoot everyone.
If this is how the American military treat people all over the world, then I see why we've all got beef. That was a joke.
So is Kasuf supposed to be kind of like the only leader? Because he's the only one in the bright colored robes.
He's technically a priest.
He's like an elder.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he's like the you know,
if there are
the wise one.
If there are administrators in the group, but we don't really see them.
I actually have a question. Was there any American military, like Air Force involvement
in the
film, or was it just the show?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. And then for Independence Day, they came along and said, if you're going to mention Area 51, we out.
So like the Simpsons thing was Area 51A or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Area 51 is just like such a... Every time a sci-fi show mentions it, I just kind of laugh. I'm just like, oh, classic. Here we go again.
I'd love to know what this critter was called.
Oh, that guy next to Kasuf is kind of wearing the same maroon color.
Yeah, he's definitely got
things.
Like people. He wouldn't be the only one. What kind of lizard is this?
Abydonian lizard.
Is it like Abydonian space lizard, like horned lizard?
Yeah.
I forget what it was. What we called it. I love the expression on Brown's face.
Yeah,
he's like, you want to try that?
There, but you're gonna have to partake in the local cuisine. Space chicken.
That's funny. Abydonian lizard. Reptile
said,
found on planet Abydos.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Very thorough. Yeah, this is great.
I don't think he knows what a chicken is.
No, yeah. The imitation may not have helped. Yeah, it's rather. we all know.
And the smoking. I'm glad he gave that up.
Yeah, in one line of dialogue in Children of the Gods.
Bad.
Yeah, one line of dialogue, you're right.
That's all you need.
When I meet people now who smoke, I'm like, man, I thought we were like past this. I see smoking now as a very antiquated thing. It's something that people used to do. It's
very addictive.
Yeah.
Nicotine is one of the hardest drugs to break.
My best friend smokes, which is, everyone has their thing and everyone has their, addictions. It's just whenever I see it in entertainment, especially, I'm like, whoa, you know, because they really don't want to put it in TV and movies anymore.
No.
He does not want them writing.
Yeah.
Well, in secret, he has actually taught them. But like, I don't know you guys, so we're not going to play this game. Let's move on to the next part of dinner, which is bathing.
Marriage.
No, bathing.
Marriage. First. Like a side order of marriage. Thank you.
I give you my daughter, my most beautiful daughter. Oh, look at it. Oh my goodness. That's just some aggressive toe washing and some those brushes do those brushes do not look
pretty aggressive. Well, you gotta work pretty hard to get all that like grit and grime from the planet off your feet.
I wonder how many white people are in the extras of this film.
But there were a few, you know.
But they were hiding in there somewhere, sprinkled in with like, you know.
Sprinkled in.
I mean, you got to save money in places, you know. You can't always find what you need.
She's Jewish. So
the actress who plays Shara.
Yeah, she's just very exotic.
I was going to say, I've always seen her and always been like, she looks suspiciously not like everyone else.
Yeah. I have wanted to sit down with her for ages. I've been lucky to sit down with so many of the cast, and at least among the Abydonians, and it's like, not her yet. So hopefully for an anniversary, we'll get her to sit down. So
Ian Christmas said, it took me 6 years to quit smoking. Hardest thing I ever did.
I bet it.
Proud of you, my dude.
Proud of you, man. That's great.
Duja said, I stopped chewing tobacco for 9 months, but recently started a bit again. It's okay. You do you, man.
I mean, yeah, but you feel like crap because you feel like you can't. You set an expectation for yourself and you can't overcome it. But you know,
well, we believe in you, Duja.
I believe in him.
Stop doing it. You can do it.
But my mother quit cold turkey, so she just
stopped.
That is
ballsy.
Wow.
I'm very happy.
He's like, why aren't you and my daughter getting down, my dude? What is going on?
I didn't connect that this was his daughter. I just connected that this was a priest giving up a young.
It's pretty grim that it's his daughter.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm Daniel. Not you.
Aww.
Sorry.
Yeah, if this was shot now, this marriage would not have lasted. If this was shot now.
Yeah, it's not Share, it's Shari
in the film, yeah. Share or
the spelling is different.
You know why they changed it?
It's another one of those. I don't know if this one was something that bumped it legal, but it's one of those little tweaks in the feature film. So.
Ray Wood said, quit smoking 15 years ago after smoking for 20 years. He quit the same day his lung collapsed.
Wow.
Matt, hope you're okay, my dude. Goodness. Hope you're okay. And I'm proud of you. Like, we're hearing all these like nice stories, you know? Like we're learning about our fellow fans. It's nice.
Yeah. That's kind of why we do this.
Yeah. It's nice because I always feel really isolated from people, and it's nice to get a bit deeper into everybody.
This is a great scene. Yep, we can connect.
Wow.
We don't need to connect in that way. We can connect with words and pictures. Let's do that.
Starts with that.
Their first date. They're gonna go have a little picture time. It's like the movies, only one picture at a time, and they're drawn yourselves.
I forget how long it takes for Ra to arrive in this movie.
It's a long time, isn't it?
It takes a while to show up. So.
After that dust storm.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been in an actual haboob before?
No.
It sucks. Oh man, I left my motorcycle out with one when I was out at a pool hall, and let's just say you'd have to completely dismantle the whole motorcycle to get everything to every bit of grime
to clean it all.
I regret that to this day. So, but yeah,
I'm going to jump in
many dust storms
with an appropriate hate sand. It's coarse and rough and it gets everywhere.
God.
Who are you, Anakin?
Okay.
I am Anakin.
I truly,
Hate sand.
deeply love you. I groaned in the theater, man. I was just
It's,
oh
it's
my
cringeworthy.
God.
The dialogue is cringeworthy.
Ugh.
It's really bad.
And everyone's like, stop it. We're trying to embrace the experience. It's like, dude, embrace the fact that this is a bad movie.
Ian Christmas has said, sad that giving away his daughter is considered such a hard thing to film today when that practice has never stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, on so many levels. You're right, man. You're right. Erica's saying she's not going to stop smoking. You don't have to, my love. You don't have to. Look at this dramatic arrival. What a king. All the flair.
He is a little bit extra, isn't he?
He is
This
absolutely
is
extra.
An enormous prop.
Do you think he would win on RuPaul's Drag Race?
I have no idea.
I think he'd
no
win. I think
context.
if Ra went in and did it, I think he'd come out at least. No, you know what? A good second or third.
Definitely got a lot of panache.
Oh, just in drag.
Yeah.
Oh, quite possibly. I was
He's
thinking
just
of Drag
so
Race like
fabulous.
some kind of car. I'm like, this is
No.
Oh no.
No,
like,
it's in with his
Like a
fabulousness
race.
and his constant changing
Jeez.
outfits, and with the way that his helmet kind of falls away. That would be like, whew, that'd be impressive. I'd watch that.
I think I read somewhere that Jay Davidson hated his costume so much that when they stopped filming, he literally just stripped off. But again, I don't know how true that is.
Well, that was kind of his thing. I mean, if you saw the crying game, so
Look at that.
What a
the
prop.
flashy lights.
and all the thousands
so cool.
of what do they call the little tubes? What's it called? It's not LEDs. They were fiber optics.
Oh, right.
It's all fiber optic underneath.
Fiber optics. Wow.
Uh-huh.
Was that also like 4 feet tall?
No,
Yeah, I
this
was gonna say.
thing was like 10 feet.
10 feet?
It was a big prop. It was like 10
That's
feet
pretty
square.
decent. Yeah.
I do love that in Full Circle they actually exploded a small version of the pyramid.
Yep.
I think that was really cool. I love when Stargate does that, when they actually go for the actual props.
Jugular.
Ooh.
This is well done. It creeps me out.
Yeah. This is a pretty exciting sequence.
David's confusion about the drag race. Ian Christmas has responded, Ra behind the wheel, a Stargate racing movie.
That's
Ray Wood said, I wanted to watch Stargate on Prime, but it's saying the video is currently unavailable to watch in your location. Yeah, I know. You know what?
Oh.
The internet's just a bad place sometimes. It just there's so many limitations on streaming services now, and you never know when you're going to lose something you care about on a streaming service.
More and more of us just don't have
tummy
the
system.
DVDs anymore to plug in and watch.
Thank God I have 20 versions behind me.
Right? And which one did you take? Mine. That's out of necessity.
That's the 21st
though, so-
version.
Right?
Oh,
What a dramatic sequence, though.
this is quite
so
a scary
well done.
sequence.
Yes,
I
it
love
is.
It's
it.
a little bit scary, yeah.
Stargate doesn't really do scary as like, the show, but
Every 40 episodes or so, they pull out a horror.
so that's like 4 to
Oh,
6.
no.
Atlantis got spoopy though. That was a spoopy show sometimes.
Yeah.
the
that did
Linverse
get
episode
creepy.
in SG1, when Daniel goes schizophrenic, that's pretty damn scary.
That is a bit scary, actually. That is scary. You're right.
Yes, Diet Command put it on its Halloween playlist.
Yeah,
ages
you know who
ago,
did
back
that?
when
That
the
was
app was still up.
me.
Was
Oh, that
it?
was you?
Yes,
Oh,
I created that
David.
trailer. I created that trailer with.
I loved that.
It's a great trailer. It was scary.
Kieran put it on at Calmar, and
Yep.
then he asked. He was like, who has seen the Halloween playlist? And I was like, I was the only person who raised my hand, and I was like, I watched it. Obviously,
Yeah, Kieran and I put that together ourselves.
David, I appreciated your work, my man.
You're very welcome. And O'Neill has given Abydos fire.
The magic of fire.
Oh God, they already had fire.
They
He
did,
gave
but
them
now
fast fire.
they have it from.
You would have thought that the fluid would have run out. Surely it would have been a bit of a novelty to light the lighter. while he
It
had
gives
it.
me I was gonna say throwbacks, but technically it's a throw forward to Emancipation, when Jack gives that guy his pistol, and he's like,
that's
"Oh, wait,
right.
it's gonna run. It's only got a few bullets
That's
left.
right. It's
gotta
only
go."
got a few bullets left.
That's funny.
He's like shooting him up into the sky.
Yeah, they're like getting really excited, and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, let's go."
Now, you really shouldn't be teaching young people to smoke, Jack. That's not very responsible.
This is very 1994.
Yeah, but it ends well. So
yeah, look, see, yes, good. Put the cigarette out. Good for you.
I was watching something the other day. It's pretty modern, and this guy gave like an 8-year-old wine, and the 8-year-old was like, "This sucks," and it's like, "See, there you go. Remember that it tastes like piss."
Yeah,
so you can pull those things off as long as the end result is, "Oh, I want more." So as long as
I think we used to ask my dad to try his beer sometimes when we were growing up.
To this day, I don't drink alcohol.
I'm not a huge fan of beer.
I don't care for it.
No.
I love
well, you haven't tried
beer.
hard enough. It's like, oh, that's what I need in my life.
Yeah, well, if you have to try really hard to like something, then it's probably not very destructive. Good.
So
I just got really thirsty one time. My boyfriend was chugging a beer, and I was just like, "Gimme, I'm thirsty." And then I had a bit, and I went, "Oh, you know what? This is tolerable." And then now I'm like, "Oh yeah, I could do with a nice cold beer once a week."
So he was okay shooting off several rounds in front of a crowd, but when
right.
he picks up his
gun.
He
goes to like touch the weapon, then like the alarm bells are ringing.
Well, it's because his kid.
Yeah, I know.
I want to add, we are lovers of this movie in our own way, but we are going to roast it appropriately because
absolutely.
it is funny.
That's what we're here to do.
Literally. I love that this happens again in a similar vibe in Atlantis with Taylor and John. It's the two people going into the really nice mood lighting of the cave, learning from the ancient pictures.
There's a lot of parallels.
Learning about the ancient pictures.
So. I will say I don't ship Taylor and John. I love them as besties. But it was definitely like setting up some romantic vibes in Atlantis.
I actually don't mind them together.
Yeah.
But I understand why they took it in a different direction.
For sure. Look, guys, see, this is their movie night. They've gone to the pictures. They're looking at the pictures.
Well, this is how you connect speech with images. And
yeah, this is their first date.
It's like, oh,
it's pretty awesome how they're communicating without words. Yeah.
Honestly, this is actually super cute. Jed Ted, anyone seen the movie Executive Decision?
It's a great film. It is a great Kurt Russell film.
Ray Wood said, I've seen Stargate enough times I can follow along without watching. Yeah!
There you go.
Just close your eyes and picture the scene.
Yeah.
Executive Decision may be a better Kurt Russell movie than this.
Oh. Well, then I'll have to go watch it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, he has much more character depth in that one. And it has the plane landing sequence is one of the best ever. So I'll just say that. This darned sarcophagus, they could not get it to work. They
really?
Were like, we managed to get it for like one shot because it's all the different layers
that's what you
and
need,
pieces
I guess.
at different speeds.
That is really fun.
And they're like, it was the biggest pain in the ass. You know, at Stargate Worlds, the game that did not launch the MMO, they designed an animation of this, and it was perfect. It was so cool.
I remember hearing about all the Stargate video games that were going to be coming out, and I remember being so excited because as a gamer and as a kid, I was like, "Oh my god, I'd throw all my money at this if I had any." And then it never happened, and I've never been so crushed.
I have so much Stargate Worlds content to share. I'm just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah. When you do, bring me along. I wanna see it all.
Yeah. We're waiting with bated breath.
Just wax his hand. I love that.
Even the non-gamers can appreciate it. I think any Stargate in any form is appreciated, you know?
There's a ton of stuff.
I wonder how many times they had to redo that scene where everyone jumped back at the same moment.
Yeah.
What's going on? What are we missing? Go away.
Hello.
This set just blows me away.
The detail is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
Like it would be you and sand.
Oh no, the glasses thing. Oh, you cuties! They're about to do it. Look how cute they all are.
It's like a dance. They're coordinated.
You just said, am I the only other person actually watching? You may be. Maybe everyone else just couldn't be bothered to sync it up and just want to hear it.
I put the timer up for nothing.
Well, one guy cares. So I'm going to blow kisses at you guys.
I love how it's the sneeze and then Scar puts it together. It's like, oh, you're talking about Daniel.
Erica said she's doing the same thing, watching the movie in her brain.
Well, I appreciate those who are watching without watching.
Yes.
Watching it in your mind's eye, listening to the dialogue. It's great.
God, it's really lovely hearing the music that they just reused in SG-1 season 1. Like, I remember hearing this song in particular right at the end of Break a Divide when they free the people from the land of darkness and they re-enter the land of the light.
If you're enjoying the show, do me a favor and click the like button, folks.
Give us some likes. We want to know you love us.
Young channel.
We want your likes.
We have a long way to go, and engagement makes all the difference. It means a lot to me if you could press that button for me.
I was actually I'm part of a group chat for Into the Vampire, and I was like, guys, I can't join your stream tonight to talk about it because I'm doing a Stargate stream. And they were like, oh my God, I love Stargate.
Oh, that's great.
And I was like,
join
whoa,
in.
Here's the link, So that was, I got like 3 people in a 10 people chat who knew what it was. And I was so happy. Also, their immediate response was, oh my God, Sam and Jack were my parents growing up. And I said, yes, yes.
In many respects. And here we go. This is...
I like that they look like the Roswell Greys.
Very similar. To fill in the backstory of the... So the guy is actually raw now.
Yeah.
He's got some sharp fangs.
Space vampire. Those are the Wraith, actually. I'm a liar.
Yes.
Those are the Wraith.
A lot of similarity. Shots from the director's cut.
Yes. Wow.
I love the way that Stargate SG-1 kind of changed this and did the whole Hathor has to get the code of life in order to make them compatible and stuff.
There were several retcon things from that episode for sure.
Yeah, it was super fascinating the way they retconned some of it.
It possessed his body like a parasite looking for a host. No, actually a parasite looking for a host.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's astounding how much they took from the movie that they were like, right, what can we play with? What can we slightly alter while keeping it true to the original?
Good job. I think they did a good job.
Urias Tosh said Ra was in an Asgard body which rejected the symbiote after some time and died. Yeah, I could see that.
Interesting.
Raywood said, I shall soothe your insecurities and hit the like button.
Raw outlawed reading and writing.
Man's scared of a few little words, and that's the thing. The written word could be a scary thing and a powerful thing.
Language
And
is power.
you wouldn't want to be crowd surfing like that, dude. In a loincloth.
No,
that would just get.
Man loincloths.
You guys know the connection between this and Origins?
Oh God, no! I feel like I should because I've seen it recently.
Catherine snapped off the 7th symbol.
Oh, you're right, silly me. I hate myself.
I thought that was a great nod.
That's a great flashback. Yeah, that's so cool.
I really enjoyed Origins, but Origins kind of did that thing where it felt like it was constantly trying to add everything together.
Yeah,
and it's like not everything needs
trying
an
a bit too much.
Not everything.
Not everything needed an
to be tied up in a bow.
Yeah.
Most of it I enjoyed when they got to like the guards. Like Ra's like, oh, I'm gonna take these guys and use them as my guards. That's like, okay, that's a bridge too far for me.
Yeah, I probably need to watch it again. I've only seen it the once.
The feature film version,
and it was
is far superior to the episodic cut.
Oh, okay.
Dude just said, I thought the Hathor DNA thing was because she wanted to make humans like Jafar, not that she needed it for her spawn to take human hosts. Yeah, see, I always just thought it as like, it was just a compatibility thing, like to help the symbiote compatibility with the human form in every aspect. It's just better to bone down. I'm putting it like that.
I actually really like this shot with the silhouettes.
Yeah, me too. Oh, the 3 moons like are fabulous. I like it. They saw Tatooine and went, yeah, 3rd one.
One up you.
How can we not make this Earth but not make it Star Wars? 3.
Yuma Dunes. It's a spaceship, dude. What do you think?
It's a big pyramid. No, Daniel was right. They flew onto Big Pyramid and landed. They are landing pads. My friends asked me the other day, they were like, man, did you ever like actually believe though that any of the Stargate stuff, like theories, are real? Like the real life ones? And I'm like, no. Sadly, I'm not that far gone.
It's great fun.
It is great fun. I could never believe it because it just feels so not plausible and just ridiculous. There are loads of other things I'm like.
Roddenberry said human beings built the pyramids because we're clever and we can figure stuff out on our own.
Yeah, well, why don't we appreciate our own genius?
I think we sometimes appreciate it just a little too much. Get a lot of people
killed.
Yeah, true.
This is true. But there are so many times where we just go, oh yeah, it must have been aliens. And it's like, why couldn't it just be us?
Yeah.
We're pretty smart.
I just guess.
Yeah, but then how did they learn?
Age,
sooner or later, the intelligence has to come from somewhere. So.
Must, yeah.
Raywood said Ernest Littlefield was probably the first person to really regret going through. Oh, yeah.
Bye, Brandon.
I will say, Ernest's story was heartbreaking, and it makes me feel...
It was really sad.
Man, these guys are just getting knocked out. They're not messing around now.
No.
Look how powerful that staff weapon is.
It's insane.
It actually shifts the blocks.
The staff weapon in SG-1 is nothing.
It's not as powerful as these. Yeah.
No.
It makes a flesh wound.
Yeah, it's a bit of a grey. It's just a flesh wound.
I mean, you couldn't survive this one, but you can survive the SG one.
I guess when the liquid naquita is running low, they're not as good as they are fully charred, maybe.
Oh.
Jen Ted said, I like that scene in Stargate Origins. You talking about when Catherine snaps off the thing, or are you talking about what we said we didn't like about the guards becoming Ra's guards?
He wasn't specific.
Yeah.
Still the same noise.
Yep.
Yeah, the sound coming back.
What a terrific effect.
It is.
And more than 5 rings in the series, and the rings are larger. In this, you can fit like 3 people in it if you're lucky.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Isn't it like usually
was that,
fit around
was that helmet like was the helmet actually like were parts of it actually moving?
It's animatronic, yeah.
Right. Fantastic.
That's
Look
cool.
at that.
I wasn't sure if it was like post-production or something.
Nope.
I don't know.
No, that was done.
I love
live.
that.
Cool. That would have been
This
so
is 93
heavy,
when they shot this, so
that they would have been really heavy.
yeah. What a shot.
Honestly, fabulous.
It's like,
God, the helmets really did.
Works.
They did not change that much between the show, the movie and the show, and I think that's super cool.
We sold one of these Anubis helmets at Prop Works.
Jet Ted said he liked the cartouche breaking scene that you pointed out, David. So, yeah, it's a good scene.
And the Anubis helmet never appears in SG-1, and I tried to match it, but the Horus helmets appear, but the Anubis helmet doesn't even appear in like library scenes, like in Bad Guys or anything like that. It's just not there. I challenge anyone to correct me, though.
I'm sure if Bray was here, he'd be jumping in.
That Brazat, let me tell you. This was a converted aircraft hangar where they filmed this.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah,
I read that.
They needed the space. There's Demon on the left.
I remember seeing him a long time ago, like seeing his face when I rewatched his film a few years ago, being like, I swear I know this guy.
He's been in everything. Gladiator. What's the...
I just couldn't pin it down myself, and now I know. I'm like,
the film with the aliens that hunt by sound. John Krasinski, Emily Blunt. He's in the second one.
Oh my god.
Right?
A Quiet Place.
Right, thank you.
Quiet Place, yeah.
I can't wait for the third.
I loved the first movie. I still haven't got around to seeing the second one, but I loved the first one. It was so good.
Yeah.
I haven't watched either.
It's so good, honestly.
I know what happens though.
Oh no. Okay, I won't spoil it for people in the chat, but it's really good and beautiful.
Ra's helmet, man, that is so cool.
Do those poor kids have to actually cut their hair like that, or are they wearing like wig caps?
I suspect that that's their actual scalp.
I feel bad those kids are having to run around in loincloths right now.
Yeah, apparently they did that deliberately to make the audience feel uncomfortable.
Really?
I'm feeling very uncomfortable.
Yeah, having
I'm
kids,
glad that
like in
that was
like
the reasoning,
various
but
states of undress. Yeah.
I see. I'm like, okay. I'm glad that there was actual thought behind it, because it's like I feel uncomfortable looking at it, because I'm
Well,
like,
they achieved
avert
their
my
goal
eyes.
then.
Yeah.
Why in all the world of whys would he reveal them? If this was specifically something that the Abydonians never saw, that they looked like them, why would they do that?
Yeah.
I never understood that. What's the benefit?
I'm not gonna lie, I always disliked that last bit of the reveal where it kind of morphs into his face. I've always been like, why? I don't know, which is weird.
It's a cool effect.
It's a cool effect. I just didn't like it. Maybe uncomfortable. Yeah. Like it melts into his face.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Oh.
Just chill out, my dude.
Oh. And how Raj just chill.
Can't shoot kids. He can't shoot kids.
Oh no.
PTSD.
Very Genghis Khan of him.
Daniel's down. And obviously the glowing eyes were added post-production to make Ra seem more alien.
Yep. And the voice.
The voice.
Added. It was one of the last things added. And Daniel,
well, I was going to say, I read
saved
somewhere.
His performance.
Yes, I was going to say that, because I read that he didn't realize until he watched it before the release.
I think during the first showing, when they were all together in the theater, at the premiere, he found out that change had been made, and he went up to Dean and Roland and said thank you. So.
Yeah, why? Did he not like what he did?
He has a very high-pitched voice. And it just wasn't working, apparently everyone was saying. So
it's kind of like what they did with Darth Vader, where they made sure to get James Earl Jones in, because the actual actor in the suit, his voice wouldn't cut it. Yeah,
and he didn't find out until they were they had the same situation during the premiere.
Yeah, I heard he was pissed.
Oh, the guy was sour grapes for 40 years.
I saw some very very
wow.
bad videos of him complaining about it and saying some bad words.
Did you notice the launch of the gliders is the same sound as the
it is
the deactivation of the Stargate in the series?
Oh, really?
It really bothers me.
Really cool.
Yep. They had a specific pool of sound effects that they got from the feature film. They're like, well, let's see how we can use this.
There's that 4-foot city.
Under attack. Raise shields.
I feel bad. Like, Kasuf just came in. He was just being a nice dude. He was welcoming in the newbies. He was just being homely. Yeah, and now he's getting punished. And it's like, you don't deserve this.
Yep.
Whew. That's some firepower.
Pretty well done in terms of effects.
The drama of this moment is really beautifully captured. Like the music, the pain and fear that everyone has. It's like you really do feel sorry for everybody.
Just enough pain. All right, now we're going back.
Ooh. That would have been a messy day of filming with all that sand.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you seen the original gliders?
Their original gliders.
Oh man, they look so bizarre. They look like train engines.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I can't even picture it. That sounds weird.
I require pictures.
I can't right now, but yeah. Original
Future
Stargate
pictures.
Original Stargate Death Gliders. So because they aren't winged. They're boxes.
Oh dear. How do they glide?
They just the anti-gravity.
Yeah.
I think that would make me feel slightly uncomfortable seeing an aircraft without wings.
Yeah.
They don't really make it clear that these two are siblings, do they?
No, I never got it until it shows how dense I am until
again
season 3. He says the husband of my sister.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't very obvious.
Nope.
That's another thing, like that they really did not do justice to making these characters related in this universe. And I remember watching Stargate and being like, are these people related? And then going back and being like, oh wait, they are, and being like, oh, I thought I was just like misremembering things.
Was that
and then
a
when I see the
curtain
episodes
that got stuck on his face, or was that
Like a little
something
drape?
that laid over his
It looked
face?
some sort of drapery.
Okay. It's like, what is that?
Maybe like the kind of veil that a widow would wear. That kind
It
of thing.
doesn't look like a veil. It looked
like
I don't know whether it was like embroidered or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, apparently it's something separate that's far enough away. That is one of the coolest props. Meow.
Oh yes, the worship of cats. Ugh.
Oh yeah.
Ugh. I wonder how many.
Oh, I'm trying to fight
like
off my cat at the moment. He's trying to. He really wants cuddles.
I want to know what the labor laws were for children to be running around in those kinds of outfits in this film. Like, how did they get like?
Ray
Wood
is asking if I'm the same glider that Teal'c used, the needle threader into the fire. No, that was specifically designed for Into the Fire. I'm talking about a box, that imagine a cube and then another cube directly behind it, and then two staff weapons on either side. That was what was flying through the air.
Oh, kitty!
And they were doing tests, and it was not working. So,
oh, kitty cat. Yeah, I think my Trump would like to be sitting on his own throne as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that thing sitting on a throne. Entitled creatures.
Yes, they are entitled.
It's true.
I like dogs because they're helpless without us.
Well, no, I kind of appreciate how cats. Well, cats just, I don't know, like.
I'm not going to get into this right now.
They chose.
Ra, hey,
I'm the
only
cat person amongst dog people. But they chose us, but they're kind of ambivalent as well.
They cohabitate. They don't need us.
No, they don't need us. I was watching a video. It was like a scientific experiment that they did with cats, and they put like a cat and its owner in a room, and then introduced a random second person. And then they got that second person to distract the cat. Then the owner left the room, and they wanted to see how the cat would react when the owner returned. And the cat just didn't care.
Yeah.
Some of them do, like 1 in 10 for sure. There's the hand devices in there. That's foreshadowing.
I'm going to bringing in the drapes. I'm not going to lie. Ra looks fabulous here.
Oh, he looks sensational.
Look at that outfit.
Where's the breeze coming from? Because those curtains were moving.
Yeah.
Is this not?
The upstairs, it's open because the 4 panels are pulled back, so
I guess
it's letting in the breeze from way above.
I will say there's something really fascinating about the Gould, particularly when they talk about it later in Stargate with Osiris, aren't actually gendered, and I think that's really cool. Super fascinating. They just choose,
They do.
It's a shame it's not more talked about now, and more people didn't. People watch it now. People would love to watch it now and be like, "Wow, that's really cool."
They're just gonna do their thing.
Is he wearing a wig or is that his actual hair?
I think it's a wig.
Oh, it's a shame.
Yeah, that's an awful lot of hair.
Good. It looks pretty good.
Yeah,
it does.
It looks decent compared to some of the wigs they put poor Amanda Tapping in.
I was literally thinking about all the bad wigs they put Amanda Tapping in.
Oh my god, that last one that they put her in was
the
awful.
Best one for me was There But for the Grace of God, because it was just extensions on her. Like they literally just tied back.
So she still had her
hair,
fringe. She still had like the front bit of her hair.
Literally.
Yeah, that was a lot more seamless.
Yeah. God, look at this. Look at this ostentatious wench. He looks fabulous. I love it. Look at him move. Do you think he's moving like that because he also is struggling with all that weight?
I'd say so.
He's like dragging it.
It makes you stand up straight.
Yeah. Magnificent.
He is glorious. Look at him go.
Ray Wood said he is one pretty system lord. Hell yeah, Ray Wood.
Yeah. Supreme system lord.
Jet Ted said, I wonder if the other system lords roll their eyes at Ra's fashion. Yes, I mean, I'm
sure they do behind his back, yeah. Well, look at how they were handling the Sovereign Ball in Continuum. They pretty much like couldn't stand him. That's what you do.
Do you think he has a wardrobe person that just like maintains his wardrobe?
Oh, I really hope that
each Gould
has a designer, has like an actual like the Kardashians, right? I want each system lord to have their own team of stylists.
Own team of stylists, yeah.
Literally.
Well, I mean, you saw Gould Mardi Gras. I mean, they take that stuff seriously. I almost swore.
I would watch that show, Keeping Up with the System Lords. I would watch it.
Yes, me too. That would be amazing. Keeping Up with the System Lords.
They would look bloody good.
It's my friend Seshet had the Stargate magazine covers, and she had Ballers Gould Quarterly. I forget what it said, but just always looking sensational. Is that the one that
it circulates sometimes on
every
on
once in a while they'll come up.
The picture, yeah.
She's brilliant. What a crowd.
I know. What like a beautiful outfit array. Look at it. Look at it all. Except for the kids, everyone looks great.
The kids just look uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable looking at the
kids. But I think that's like I said,
everyone else
deliberate.
Yes, everyone else fabulous. Now that you've said it, it makes me more comfortable knowing that it was a choice.
I mean, this is like the stupidest decision. Yeah, sure. Like, I'm going to kill my companions.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to turn the weapon on you guys.
Right. Like, they should be like walking
do your own dirty work
past him and pointing their weapons at him if he should turn on them, so that he's the first to go down after he gets off one shot.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah,
it's like, you know what? I guess Skara has a weapon, so you know what? I won't kill my companions.
Yeah. Yeah, you would have thought that that have learned some techniques, being as evil as they are for so long. That just seems like a poor strategic decision.
It's got its plot issues.
Yeah.
It is beautifully shot, though.
But that's the kind of thing that I love about this film, though. Is it is just pure movie magic.
It is.
Times. So sometimes when I'm watching things, like I rewatched Van Helsing the other day, doing my Van Helsing drinking game because I love that movie so much. And it's a fantastic movie, but it's all over the place. They throw in so many plot points. It's an insane movie. It's fantastic, though. It's so early 2000s. You're constantly being filled with new rife information, and it's so exciting. And it's like, wow, God, is this stupid? But it's also so good. And I love movies because when they accept what they are and they're like, we are a movie, we get to have our movie fun because we're making a movie. I'm like, yeah, go nuts. It doesn't always have to be some sort of like Oscar award winning drama with precise reactions that are perfectly human. It's I don't mind a movie that kind of goes a bit all over the place with its reactions and stuff.
Ride that mastage.
I was going to say, I do love that like Jack and Daniel are essentially spooning on that thing and just like, going.
They're the ones who get out on the mastage and
bonding moment.
Scar her like on foot.
Yeah. My guys are bonding. Super cute.
Kind of like the disappointed look on that metallic face.
It's like, damn it, I missed it.
Yeah.
Gate Gab, Ross spent so much time skipping tactical classes to go shopping for new bling.
Yeah. See, there you go. We fixed the plot. Jed Ted also said Daniel's turn looks like Tilk's first betrayal in Children of the Gods, and that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's a very similar beat.
You are the first I believe could do it. Yes, Jed Ted. It's a fantastic moment.
You must get up. You must keep walking. No Obi-Wan is going to tell you to go to Dagobah system.
Han's not going to come out on his tauntaun coming to help.
Right? Where's that dim lightsaber to cut this message up?
I thought they smelled bad on the outside.
Damn it, Yvie, I was saying that as well.
What a shot.
I started saying it just as you said it. Damn you, woman. Hey, victory. All the kids have weapons. Take it off.
They do.
Remove them. Look, Jack's about to lose his mind.
Yep. And he has reason.
Oh, little army.
And they figured them out.
Yeah, good for them.
So this is the army that you got.
Yeah, you're gonna need one.
Yeah.
But, no, they saved our butts. For better or for worse, they pulled it off.
You've got no other backup.
I forget that, like, in the back of Jack's mind, he knows that, like, he has to nuke these people shortly. So it's like, oh.
Yeah, he's wrestling with that, though.
Of course he is.
Oh.
Here we go.
God, the fact the rest of the team don't even know is big sad.
Need to know.
Yeah.
I totally believe that he would have been sent through with whatever weapon he would need to finish the job if he found the worst of the worst. That absolutely makes sense with the military-industrial complex.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's really sad, but it makes sense. But just imagine though, if like the reverse happened, where like an alien species came and found us, they'd look at one side and be like, "Oh, that's all right," but they look at the other side and be like, "Oof, yeah, no."
Ra's mistake was waiting for more of the mineral to arrive. He should have sent it through immediately.
Oh, that's the beauty of the Gould, is that they are so arrogant, and they think they are the dog's bee. That was an English term I won't say because it's a naughty word. They think they're the best.
They think they're at the top of the food chain.
Yeah. Yes. And so like why care? We can wait,
I've seen the primordial waters from whence you sprang.
God.
All right, he's so angry.
I want to say once again, the Unas are like one of the coolest parts of Stargate, and I'm sad that we didn't get more.
Yep. They are in fact a species.
Mm-hmm.
Uno?
Uno.
I do love that he's like, I'm Unas, the first one. And it's like, yeah, there are many first ones. But
he was the first to be taken as a host.
Yeah. But like the fact that they like name the whole race that, I think that's really cool.
All right, let's sit down and talk turkey.
Yeah. I still can't believe
to eat turkey than that Aberdonian lizard.
The chicken?
Chicken, yeah. Space chicken.
Can you believe that this is like half of SG1? It's kind of mad.
That's true.
It's like, it's not even like they're not the same, but they're technically supposed to be like spiritually the same people, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
The conversation is the same.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. You can feel them carrying over into the series really well.
Here, eat some chebe.
Jed Ted said the Unas are cool. They are.
Oh, there's a bot in the chat.
Ah,
I
love that. That's great.
I'll handle it.
I'll put them on a timeout so they can't say it. So they wanna take everything else.
All right.
Thank you, David.
No, don't put them in timeout. Anyway, back to the movie. All right. Make an example of his people. What a cool effect. I still am blown away by that. Pardon the pun.
Wow.
I did say earlier, I want the good puns to come in, and they've come. Oh, this is rough. Like, Stargate SG1's version of this is so tame, Yeah. It's pretty chill. It's just a light beam on the head.
With this one, yeah.
Well, this one's more like, oh, my brain is getting fried, and you can see it from the outside. Oh, the whites of his eyes, oof.
It's not going well.
Yeah, all the blood. That's fun.
Oh, from the ears as well.
Gay Gab just said Unas is the name of the first recorded pharaoh of ancient Egypt.
That's correct.
You what?
Oh, okay.
Is
That's
that
really
real?
cool.
Yes, that's a thing.
Is that was the Unas name choice a deliberate thing then?
I'd
Was
say it would have
Abydos
been.
name choice deliberate?
Oh my god!
It's a city in Egypt.
It's all coming together.
So many Stargate questions from childhood are now being answered.
That's funny.
Oh, was she grinding her own flour?
Just
like
Jed Ted, you're fired. Oh, that's bad. I didn't know that we're married. What are you talking about?
Oh, this is so sweet.
Yeah. That's because Daniel's
Nah,
actually a
he
nice
did.
guy.
He's just nice.
Yeah.
He will take you in a kind, manly fashion.
Don't want me.
Well, I mean, culturally, you know, there was. I mean, she's gonna be shunned now.
I shouldn't.
And
I
so-
shouldn't like the trope, but I do like the. Oh yeah, we were part of like a marriage ceremony. Oopsie, didn't real. You know,
Well, it's one of
I
these
don't like
situations
it
where they
in
actually
SG1.
did, you know, they did fall in love, so
Yeah,
it works.
I don't like it when with the cake in season
The
1 of
marriage
SG1.
cake,
That,
yeah.
that wasn't.
Oh,
that
Rick
was not
said,
its
"Yeah, we're
own
not doing that
moments.
ever again."
No,
Rick
but
hated that.
I love that things like Firefly when it did that, and like when Mal gets drunk and gets married, and it's like, oh yeah, you didn't realize that meant we were married, oh, because that was like more fun, like, oh, we're getting a divorce right now, you know.
I found the 7th symbol.
He's done it.
You know, if I saw something like that on the Stargate when reviewing all the glyphs, and that was set against, you know, all the others that were like squiggly lines, I would surmise that would be the point of origin.
This is what I mean.
This looks like the other one.
About watching
Connecting
the
the
intro.
moons.
Connecting the moons.
I should get that tattooed on my wrist next.
Abydos. Yeah.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah. The 3 ones. I really want to do the what was the guest that did the Stargate Universe graphic novels, comics?
Yes.
He has the Stargate Universe Destiny address. I
He
really
has
want
the
that.
Destiny address on his arm.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I love that
Was
one.
it
It's so
JD?
subtle.
Was it? I'm trying to think of his name.
I
Not
loved
me
him. He
immediately.
was super nice.
They
super
were great.
kind.
He was great at Comic-Con or at GateCon. Yeah, had a great time.
One of the nicest people I've ever met. In fact, you know what? GateCon's just full of some of the nice people I've ever met. Everyone should go.
For sure.
Agreed.
Jeff
Here we
Goldblum
go.
being one of them.
And Costa was like, you know what? We just dealt with this. We're not going to do this again. It's like we're either going to stand up, or we're going to live on our feet, or we're going to die or die on our feet.
Stand up.
Yeah. But let me show you. They actually showed us how to lower these little helmets. So let me show you.
They're just people.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's movie magic. They're just human.
Humans.
I just want to give an update. I was supposed to bring cake for me to eat during this. I forgot to retrieve it. My boyfriend just sent me a text saying he's eaten that cake in my absence.
Peta,
words.
you going down, man.
What?
I'm
We're
glad
gonna
I'm
have
not going to be
words.
there after this.
Don't come between a
when the
woman and her
hanger,
cake.
yeah, when the hanger sets in.
How dare you?
What kind of cake?
Lime and blackberry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey guys, Stargate.
Yes.
I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
That white I am too. I have a Chipotle burrito on the brain after this. This is
Actually, do the Gould like have to eat, or do they just choose to eat?
I suspect they wouldn't have to if they're in the sarcophagus enough. Excuse me, that was rude.
No, it's not rude if it's an accident.
That's right. These helmets,
blanket statement.
I would have loved to have seen the remote controls for running these helmets. There had to have been a
Did
couple of
any
different
of those
sets.
helmets last? Did you say that you sold one?
I have sold Horus Guard helmets, but none from the feature film. MGM
Oh.
kept
Okay.
MGM kept those.
I
I
will
have
say
static ones that were used in SG1.
The amount of times when I was growing up watching Stargate, some of the actors would always say like horror scarred a bit too fast and a bit too weird, and I'd always hear horse or whores. And I'd always be like, all right.
Water.
It's comical. One of those a little unfortunate.
Yeah.
Look at that hole in the wall.
It took me a while to appreciate there was Horus.
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 Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course. So it's easy. It's easy to mess it up. Oh, let's do this.
This reveal is
Hello,
great.
big boy. Pew pew. Oh, Daniel
Right
getting the action
stomach.
shot.
Anywhere.
Don't shoot it at the armor. Shoot it at the stomach.
Aim better, my dude.
Aim for the
Right.
soft parts.
Right.
I love when people see SG-1 and see Daniel become this kind of like a buff Indiana Jones type by like season 7. And you're like, whoa,
Yeah.
hello.
Too late.
Oh, yes, Jed. Okay, Jed had just said Norris really liked food. Yes, he did. Norris really liked food.
He did
Well,
like
they,
food.
yeah,
he
of
wanted
course.
eggs.
They can eat. They don't. I mean, yeah, of course.
Yeah, I just wondered if they need it, but like I forget how
Right.
much that one guy really loved food.
He sure did. And the rare delicacy, chicken.
Yeah. God, that episode makes me really hungry.
Here we go. Round 2. This sequence is so awesome.
It looks really cool. The
Yeah. It
shot
does look
there,
really
that shot
cool.
was fantastic.
Yeah. They refined their technique in Independence Day from this movie.
What, the pyrotechnics?
The particularly the sequence of the planes and the aliens through the canyons. I mean, it's all practical effects that they learned on this film, and it's
So really,
so
everyone
well
should be
done.
thanking Stargate for Independence Day.
Absolutely.
So you're welcome.
Very much
That's
so.
it.
Yeah.
God, I really wish I want them to like re-release Independence Day in the cinema with a big staple on the front, just being like, "Oh, Stargate! Thanks Stargate for this." It's so good. Best thing ever.
Stargate.
Like this guy, he's getting so grumpy.
He sure is. Pay attention to me.
I love the way his hair's like braided across his head.
I
to,
was
like,
literally
you
just
know,
thinking that.
create style.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why put stuff on there when you can just let your hair do the work?
That's a fair point.
Hair is an accessory.
It is. Use it.
I wouldn't
And he's
know.
using it beautifully. Your hair's very short.
I always keep it short.
One day you should grow it long and do what he's
I
just done.
have. It gets poofy. It grows
Oh,
up.
no.
It doesn't grow long.
You get the volume.
I
I
do.
call it meaty. Mine gets meaty as well.
Ugh, I'm not a fan. It gets very hot.
You could always
Poofy
try
like
that
James
haircut.
Spader's hair.
Back
I can
when
understand.
James Spader had hair.
O'Neill going with his option, but I don't like it.
I just realized both Daniel and Jack were in the MCU. Ultron and then Star-Lord's daddy boo. Also, actually, Kurt Russell was in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and what's the name of the Horus God again? The actor?
Oh, Dimon Hansu.
Yeah, he's in Guardians of the Galaxy 1
I'm
and
not
2
surprised.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh wow, look at it. Look, they're all crossing over.
We were talking about how powerful the staff weapon was. Those last couple of blasts were pretty pathetic.
I was gonna say the inconsistency of the staff
Right.
weapons, not only in the movie but across the show as well.
Right.
It's always been like a whole can of worms.
This is a weapon of terror. It's meant to intimidate you, your enemy.
And
This is a weapon of war. It's meant to kill your enemy.
then when the staff weapon like hits that log,
Right.
really
You
weak,
in the skirt.
misses one shot.
Yeah.
You in the
Yes.
skirt, get it swinging a little bit.
I love that episode.
Oh, it's a terrific episode.
And then he gets Sam to come out.
Right.
Oh, the look
It's
that
a great
Sam gives,
moment.
gives
Yeah,
Jack
that scene's
is
always
just
talked
amazing.
Yeah,
about
that's
in the chats in the show. I posted a scene of that, and oh yeah, this is right. What goes up can come down in the same matter stream.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that I loved about the ring transporters. It can do two at the same time.
Yeah.
Well, I really love that moment as well. This whole section, because it's a lot of like just Jack and Daniel kind of having to lean on each other a bit more. When they've been so like kind of against it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Their chemistry is really following through.
chemistry
They're coming
works.
together.
Yeah.
Raywood said I'm a bit follically challenged these days.
That's funny.
Follically challenged.
I love how Daniel doesn't have to find the start button when he puts her in there. Just kind of
He just puts her in.
like, where's the
He's like,
where's
that
the
should
start
work.
button?
That should work.
Where's the microwave switch?
Imagine if like alien technology in TV shows and movies worked like, you know, Windows or something. It would be awful.
No plug and play?
All those Windows updates.
Yeah, right? I'm sorry, but
Ugh.
we have to connect to the gold server across the galaxy.
The goals.
God, imagine if they had gold dial-up back in the day.
Did he break the staff weapon in half?
He did.
Yeah.
He snapped it,
Okay.
didn't he? Again,
Wow.
it's supposed to be a strong, meaty weapon. What was that?
Yeah.
Balsa wood.
Strong meteor human. So
Oh, this is sad.
Yeah.
They have to lose one of their own.
mistimed it. Yeah. Nabe.
Aw, poor kid.
Yeah.
War is an
Oh,
ugly,
and isn't it
ugly
just the helmet?
business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
War is ugly. I really do. You know, like I'll make jokes about everything, but I really do respect people who go to war with each other and the brotherhood that is made. Stargate is one of the things that solidified my appreciation for, you know, the people in it, the soldiers. You know,
Mhm.
there are a lot of good people.
People putting aside their lives for others.
Yeah.
Yes.
For a greater cause.
I respect their ability to do that and the mentality that goes with it, and
Yeah,
being
it's
able
like-
to endure.
Man, war's awful, but there is humanity within war as well.
Yeah, magical thing.
Mm.
The humanity, not the war.
Ooh,
Yes.
right in the back.
That was really cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Why don't all the Gould have like fabulous nails that
I was
they
gonna
can cut
say,
with?
what happened to
Right?
the nails?
Yeah, they should have really, honestly, like a lot of the, like, especially the female Gould could have had some fun. You know, nice cat fight between Hathor and Carter with those nails. I would have loved it.
Yeah.
I dare say Sam wouldn't have had very long nails.
No, but the Hathor would, and Sam would have been like, pfft.
Hathor should
You
have
know,
had nails. But I mean, she was a
Hathor should
cow,
have had
so,
nails.
you know, maybe not.
A cow in
Bastet.
different ways.
Bastet should have had nails.
She should have, yes.
sure.
Is she draped in the same cloth that he was when he woke up?
Nope. No, I think someone put that over
Nah,
him before they closed it.
Daniel should have put that over her.
He heard the ding, though. She's done. All right, come on, let's go. I love how Rod just sees him just marching. It's like, who do you think you are? Just walking through my palace. Here we go.
There,
Dun, 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 dun. Like some kind of like.
it's like, don't worry about us,
cartoon
bro.
bit. We're just leaving.
Just a casual Sunday stroll.
You're right.
Oh, he's done now.
Yeah, that's it. And Danny's first time
Oh,
with the
this is
hand device.
Yeah, he gets it
Oh,
many
Daniel.
times, including from his wife, which is very sad. Oh, I love this part. This is a fantastic part. It like,
Give my regards to King Tut.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's just everything about this moment is great because like they,
Oh,
you
that
know, you can
ponytail
see it
is
coming.
swinging.
You can see it coming from the previous scene. It kind of sets
Yeah.
it up with the way that they kind of trade places,
Yeah.
Mm.
and it's the way they just go. He goes,
Yeah.
yeah, cool,
Oh, it's just how O'Neill's just had enough. O'Neill's done.
yeah.
Where am I? Oh, there's that. Where am I standing?
There it is.
Jeez.
The guy's like, oh no.
Right. He knows what this means.
Oh.
Love that.
Don't mind the fillings in his mouth.
Yeah, honestly, okay, I didn't want to point it out, but the
Yeah.
amount of times
Problem
that
with
I
Blu-ray.
see- yeah, well, when I see actors in TV who play like who are in a different period of
Yeah.
time, when I see they have fillings that are black, I'm like, oh.
Well, that's all
freaking me
digitally
out.
removed now. So nice trachea. Good trachea. Ugh.
Whew.
All
Love
right.
it. Love a bit of grossness in my drama.
I don't mind a bit of subtle grossness.
I like when it's I like when Stargate gets a bit darker with its violence sometimes.
Like
Yeah.
the
Not a
Venus
lot.
bugs coming out of Taylor's stomach.
That was a bit much. That
Yeah.
one was a bit much. Talion as well.
Yeah, Italian
and
was
Oh.
and Christopher.
Oh.
I mean, that was one of the most hard, painful episodes of his
I
career.
can't believe how much blood there was in that. I was like, am
Yeah.
I watching Stargate?
And
Holy
he was
crap.
really being hit by what's his face? I forget his name. To the point where Chris was like, if you do this again, I'm hitting back.
Wow.
It was pretty bad. Here we go. Probably my favorite scene from the entire movie right
to
here.
Save the day.
And how Eric, like, the first time down, he, like, anyone who would beat him, he offered to pay $20.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think I read that when they initially
reset.
filmed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I read that when they initially filmed it, it was mainly just shots of him, and then they got the cast to just follow him, and then they were able to reshoot and have everyone sort of
they were just going, they were each heading
him.
towards a specific camera rather than no. Follow Eric. Yeah. There we go.
Someone fell.
Oh yeah.
Stampede.
I love this. It's great. And this is how like so many like wins happened in history, like the weaker people but who had the numbers came in and were like, yeah, screw you, higher ups, screwing us over. We're coming for you.
Also, running on sand is really hard.
I couldn't.
Kudos to all the cast and crew that were working with the sand.
Eric Avari looked fabulous doing it. His sprints, he was keeping up that speed.
Effortless.
Honestly.
Mosh pit.
With the loincloth, not good.
With the loincloth, mosh pit.
I love that they brought that back in the show.
Correct.
The way that when he goes to the control panel, it comes up.
Not as part of the sarcophagus, but it's still cool.
Yes.
They gradually.
The Stargate sarcophagus was fixing too many issues. I need to just get rid of that thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Why have one around? Well, why have Dr. Frasier around when you can just have a sarcophagus?
Well, that's the thing.
And I prefer her character to a big
bit of
what
machinery.
is the term? A big box.
Yeah.
Big coffin.
He's leaving. Turn it off.
Yeah, we don't need it to go off. He's not here. Well, again, I love
it's
this.
Damaged.
We've seen the rings work several times now, and it's the way they both kind of look at each other and go, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, let's do that.
Can you imagine it nuking in just like a mile above like the ground? Like if it hadn't entered space yet, they would have been hooped.
That would have been that would have been not good.
The fallout, the ship dropping parts everywhere would have been no bueno.
I love the way he absolutely cacks himself. There you go, not swearing.
Oh, he knows he's mated.
He's toast. He's like, shod.
I love how it almost looks a little bit human.
Yep.
Yeah.
They added this in the end because test audience, they didn't think he suffered enough, so they added these shots of him being melting. Oh yeah. Yep.
Oh man, that throws me back to like Indiana Jones, Last Crusade with the melting of the Holy Grail.
Very much
that
so.
was also no, actually the first one when they all melted when they opened up.
Yes.
The Ark.
Yeah.
At
This
what
movie
point
and
do,
Independence Day both end with a nuke.
It does.
And that
At what
looks
point
like
do the rings no longer work? Like how far up from the planet? Yeah.
Plot armor.
Plot armor.
Well said.
Yeah, I mean,
Stargate have a lot of plot armor.
Yeah, Natu to Delmac, they worked, so.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're right, that's so far.
Yep.
That is so far.
Totes. Yay!
Hey,
we did it.
Baby face.
Try
Come try it, that's funny.
Oh, the
Raywood, with a Naquita boost, it probably would have taken out the planet. Let's not talk about that, Raywood. Let's not talk about that.
That's true.
Plot. Armor. Plus.
What a good movie.
Yeah.
It's honestly, it's a really good movie. Like, it's a lot of fun. It gives you the warm and fuzzies.
I was going to say, it's got me feeling good.
Yeah. Eradicating evil. And there we go.
A big kiss.
Yeah.
A little bit of romance thrown in.
Erica said I can't even stayed awake. Erica, I can't even stayed awake. Good job.
You and me both, Erica.
Yeah!
We win.
They did it.
back to my hut for some space chicken.
Here, kid, keep the clothes. Save your bullets, though.
Yeah, they didn't have many left.
Yeah, someone's gonna eventually come along and see what happened.
I always knew you'd get us back. So... Shut up.
Yeah.
Look at him.
You did not.
You were throwing a hissy fit at the beginning of the film. You be quiet. He's living in early Daniel Disneyland before Atlantis came along, you know? He's living his archaeologist's dream. And he's got a hot wife. What is there to lose? Honestly, his life on Earth sucked. There was no reason for him to go back. Raywood said it's okay. They didn't have a name for Nakwada yet, so they were safe.
Nagada.
Aww.
The heirlooms.
Aww.
And that's a callback in Meridian. So
shot.
what? See you around?
Yeah. And then he goes, I don't know.
Right, I don't know. Oh man, did I cry.
Yeah,
in
me
Meridian.
too. My friends, we sat down and watched because they hadn't seen it before. My two friends, Jordan and Ben, came and sat with me, and I cried. They were like, "Are you actually crying?" I'm like, "Yes." Yeah. They're like, "He's not dead." And then when he went, they were like, "Oh my god, he's dead."
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah. Not right now though. Right now he's happy.
See, the end. So what does that tell you? It says to me that it's the end.
Not that this is part 1 of 3.
Right. And what a score by the maestro David Arnold.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love the music. I mean, I have it on my thing. I actually got off eBay. I got oh my god, my camera's going nuts. On eBay, I got a special CD. It's upstairs. I can't put it out right now of the original Stargate film, but it was just the main theme. But it's the CD is actually itself is shaped like a pyramid, so it's triangular. So there's only space on it
that's
for like,
really
for
cool.
Like,
and the one time where they could actually make it shaped like a circle.
Yeah.
I'd love to see. Send me a picture of that. That sounds like
I'll
really
go
cool.
get it in a bit.
Colonel Jonathan Jack O'Neill. I never noticed that before.
His name's Jonathan?
In these credits, Colonel Jonathan Jack O'Neill. I never knew that. Wow. Spank me, Rosie.
Raymond just said all fun and games until the next guy steals your hot wife.
Jeez.
Lord.
It's unfortunately true.
Oh, no.
Oh, man, that's funny.
What a movie, guys.
Yeah, it is.
What a magical time. I wish my camera would like calm down and like do as I say. Give me a second.
Do your thing. It's all good.
Let's try that again.
Thank you everyone for joining us in the chat. We will
I've had a lovely time chatting to everybody. Yeah,
this is we're gonna do some follow-up thoughts after the film. What did you guys you know what, let's I'm gonna go ahead and switch back over to cameras if you guys
I've still
mind.
got the credits like rolling in my ears. I've got the music on.
All right,
I'm feeling the vibes.
Let's switch back to us here because normally it's like we can wait until the credits, because the credits
these credits
are
gonna go on for a long
they're gonna
time.
go on for a little bit. This sets up so much in terms of the stories that come later.
Absolutely.
First of all, it's wonderful to be able to watch with you guys.
Yes,
and you all in chat, and you who will join us later afterwards. What do you think about the film setting up the franchise that follows? Yvie?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Just trying to come up with some words to describe it. I can't think of.
I'll come back to you, Nicole.
Think of anything. Come back to me.
I think it's really beautiful, and I know it's weird to say, but almost seamless. Like there's a seamlessness to it where they did a really good job. Like the film itself is great as a standalone, and the way the show kind of continues it is beautiful in its own way. They had to make adjustments, obviously, but they did a really good job. I love it.
I think I appreciate the series. I appreciate the film more that I know that the series is coming in, if that makes any sense.
If it was just a movie,
I think if I just saw the movie on its own, I would have thought it was okay. But I think because I know sort of what's coming, and I've got like more of an appreciation for like the characters and their development and the story and its development. I think I think it really did need sort of a two or three more parts to the film.
Children of the Gods is such, if you look at film to TV series adaptations, it really is one of the closer ones. Part of the reason is they have so many seasons to mine the material from the movie, and they continually go back to it again and again. Particularly Joel Goldsmith is constantly referencing motifs from the film.
Oh, for sure.
It's delicious to listen to.
Anytime it happens, I'm like, oh, my ears. I'm so
right,
happy.
exactly. You know, he was willing to lean into Arnold's score and then make his whatever it was that he wanted it to be. The content that they mined from an action movie, a 90s action movie, to fuel a 350 episode experience. That is the main reason that people here are watching is extraordinary, and I think that they got a lot out of it. But I think the core of the film is Daniel and Jack. I think that really, when it comes down to it, that's the fuel for the fire. And you know, the alien threat obviously is what fuels the franchise. You know, we have to deal with this race of beings, whatever they are. But I think the Daniel Jack scene, you know, is the impetus for so much of what comes later.
The start of their bromance.
Yeah,
They've got
sure.
a beautiful relationship.
Yeah.
I really do love everybody and their dynamics. They're all beautiful.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I like how it starts off as just sort of tolerance, and then it just sort of
Those are the best ones.
Friendship.
Whenever I'm reading a book, I'm always like, man, I love how much these people are just tolerating each other. I can't wait for it to become love, you know? I feel like that's how most of my friendships start as well, you know? People just kind of tolerate me and then go, oh man, you know, Nicole's all right, actually.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't know, you know? I'm sure it's, you know, my boyfriend and I definitely started off like that. But that's the part of, that's what I love. Again, sorry everyone for my camera. I'm just gonna try to sort it out.
I don't understand what's going on with that. That's all right. So next week we're going to be watching, I believe it's The Enemy Within. Is it
Enemy Within? Yeah. We're skipping Children of the Gods because we did it last time. So please go watch it so that we don't have to do it again.
So dialthegate.com. If you go over to there, and let me see if I can pull this up. Apologies if not.
And next time we meet back, Kowalski will look a little different.
Yes.
Still great though.
Already.
It's not gonna work. But so Stargate the movie was today. The Enemy Within and Emancipation are going to be.
Oh, Emancipation.
Yes.
That's a whole can of fun ones.
I mean, hey, you know, we're doing this in order.
I can't wait to talk about my reaction when I was 5 years old to it. Because I remember ages ago, David, when you and I talked about it at WonderCon. I remember saying it was one of my favorite early episodes, and it's kind of like, oh, really? You know,
controversial.
Yeah, but
it's one of those where do tell. Back this up,
actually,
please.
look, I don't hate it, and I don't skip it when I do a rewatch, but I know a lot of people do.
It's a really fun one
for obvious reasons.
I mean, it's got its detractors, but it's also it also sets up a lot as well. And I'm looking forward to having those conversations with you guys about it. We're going to be shooting around 10 a.m. Pacific time for this show. So instead of noon Pacific time, so that's going to be the game plan for next week. If the time adjusts a little bit, we'll let you guys know. But always the number one way of looking at it is a couple of days before I post the live stream and on YouTube. So be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and check out the local time for the live stream in your area, because that's when it will begin. So we were bouncing around a little bit because there was some family stuff from us was happening. I just lost a dear friend of mine a couple of weeks ago, so that derailed a lot of stuff. Dial the Gate was supposed to return yesterday, but it didn't because I had a guest issue. There are a number of people who wanted to do the show. It's just the scheduling is a bear.
Yes, it is.
I hate that part of this, but it's necessary. So we'll figure it out.
It's a bear to bear.
It is a bear to bear.
I'm just glad that everyone's in a better place and we're all back on, you know?
Yep. I'm just thrilled that I got my camera to work.
There you go. Right?
And I'm not thrilled.
Hopefully that's
that
not an
mine's being
anomaly.
Yeah.
Jeez. Anything else to wrap up before we let it go, guys?
I'm just really excited, and I love everyone wanting to talk and have a good time.
This was a great experience, and if you're watching us delayed, if you're watching us on your own time, join us live next time and become part of the chat.
But we will read your comments afterwards.
Yeah,
so
even if they are complete
whenever.
non sequiturs, like whoever it was that we just had to ban. So. Yep. Yep, there's a bot.
Hot girl 18 or something.
Hot girl 18.
I hope she's 18.
Guys. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate both of you.
Thank you.
What time is it in London, in Britain?
12:30.
Okay, well, that's not too bad.
Well, I start work at 9.
Hey, Twisty.
So I'm good.
Twisty, hey, Twister.
My dog's upstairs on my bed, passed out. I'm gonna move her in a minute.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
I can't pull her.
This guy's been wanting snugs the whole time we've been streaming.
Well, guys,
too big for that.
I'll be checking in with you real soon, okay?
Yep.
And thanks so much for everyone tuning in, and we'll see you.
An absolute pleasure.
On the other side. Bye.